Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, welcome to Cosa Nostra Radio. We are a poetry family located at allpoetry.com. And I'd like to thank Kevin and the crew for giving us a place to call home. We believe in freedom of speech. However, not all of the views and opinions on the show by the guests and poets are reflective of La Cosa Nostra ownership and management and are of their own free will. Enjoy this La Cosa Nostra program.
Welcome. We are live on the. I was late, slightly late, barely late, hardly late, not even late. You probably don't even know this is going on. This is Adam, on all poetry known as Rac Atom. Waiting for my lovely co-host, the insufferable Boo. She'll be, and any callers really, you're welcome to call. Number is 929-477-3951. All right, just me hanging out. Well, this was a random thing to do, impromptu, kind of like, hey, let's just do something. And now I'm all by my lonesome here. Yeah. I feel like I want to play Boo's rap while she's not here. It's awesome. I almost feel like I want to do that. I'm going to. Maybe it'll conjure her. I don't know. Well, it's just me, folks. And I guess I could start by maybe reading some poetry. I don't know. I guess it would just be me talking about it, though, for now. So, I've been watching this show, Californication. I missed it in its heyday. It's prime. It's awesome. David Duchovny, Fox Mulder as a brooding lech of a writer. It's a great show, though. So hilarious. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, all wrapped up in writing. It's great. It's a great show. Anyway, where are we going to go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Just carrying this by myself is weird. Like, I'm used to somebody being there to say something wisecracking in my ear. Man, I don't want to, I don't know. So I guess we have a lot of rights that kept getting pushed back from canceled shows and hangovers, and not the good kind. Though I wish I had a little lubricant right now because, dang, I could sure use a drink. I'm completely sober right now, so that's kind of like a, well, man, I don't know. So I don't, a sudden show, I don't know if any authors would feel anybody writ for the show for Sunday night would mind getting read tonight. It would help since there's like 20 godforsaken rights. No, it's good. It's just, it's hard to get that all fit in. Sometimes Sunday night's so packed with rights. It sucks when we miss getting to people and have to save them for the next time. I feel like I need Boo to tell me what to do. I'm usually pretty sure of myself, but I don't know. Man, this is a sinking ship all of a sudden. Boy, just all by myself here, all by my lonesome. Dang, what the hell? No usual suspects. I was hoping for Raconteur, maybe. Maybe Razz would catch word, swing on in. Shoot, man. Well, I guess I'll read. I don't know. Not my own. I could, I guess. But that's boring. There's like no one, to talk to. I want to read other people's poetry that needed readers, maybe. Oh man, I'm just like sounding like an. Oh God, fool! I'm such a fool. All by myself on the air right now. That number 929-477-3951. Come commiserate with me. Misery loves company, and I'm not miserable. I do wish I had a drink right now. Because this is too stark. I feel awkward and alone. Someone call me. Call in. Do it. Where are you, Boo? You know what? Oh, fuck. Boo doesn't have a page anymore. I was like, I'm going to read some Boo poetry. I can't read Boo poetry since she was kicked off all poetry. Our notorious poetress. That almost rhymes. It could be stretched to rhyme. Maybe. Notorious poetess. Notorious. Now I'm thinking of Biggie. Damn. I'm going to read of my friend's poetry. Okay. This is from Kitty, the Naughty Poet. And she's given me free reign to ever read it, read any of her work anytime I so chose, so don't tell me nothing. All right, let me post it on the board. Boo is here now. See, I turned my back on the studio like, I don't know, how long have I been babbling? 30 seconds, a minute? And she's there. Oh, my God, okay. Thank God for Boo. Boo-hoo.
Oops, boo-hoo. What's up? Oh, am I on hold?
I'm just
Oh, sorry.
No, you're unmuted.
Okay.
Maybe I should mute you again. No. Yeah, I turned my back on the studio for a second, and then you're there. I'd only seen that because I went to post a poem on the board that I'm about to read of Kitty the Naughty Poet. Because she's giving me free reign to read any of her work anytime.
Oh, that's cool.
I know somebody that's listening, right? I don't know. He hasn't. He's not there yet. He's not here yet. He should. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You want to go fish him up? You want to go?
No, I'll wait a few minutes. It's only 7:10. I'll wait a bit. Anonymous can call in. Anonymous.
So I'm going to read this. This is, she's been having trouble kind of writing, especially during her pregnancy. But she's starting to, get some pieces going again. So I'm going to read this first, Daydream's Nightmare. Slowly touching the ground, tiptoeing across frostbitten grass, overflowing with eggshells, praying they don't crack, watching the day turn into night, through the eyes of a scream's dream, alone in the forest filled with nightmares, nightmare, silent in the shadow of terrifying daymares, daydream, and peace. I love that. It's like haunting and yet so beautiful. It's like so delicate. She does mention these, use some delicate imagery. I almost feel like reflective of her inner nature. She's tough, but like sometimes, I like that. Like when a writer, like there's a character, that's witnessing everything. That's also the narrator, I feel, in this poem, but also the environment is reflective. It's like a reflection of that person. There's a lot of pain here, a lot of uncertainty. It speaks of an inner world that's in. What do you think of it, Boo?
I don't know why I can't.
What are you up to? What do you can't do? Don't make me play Going Back to Cali. I will play that.
Oh my God! Please don't.
I almost did.
You did? Oh God.
Almost.
You love that.
No, I almost did. I do. I love how cute you sound saying, I don't think so. It's awesome. I'm going back to Cali.
Sounds all right.
Cali.
Listen to it. Like, oh shit.
I feel like you need to make a new version. Like,
I think so too.
You still have that beat somewhere?
Yeah, I got it. It's just in an app.
Like that beat had stank on it. It had that old school stank.
Or something like that. Smooth.
So
I like the idea of the frostbitten glass, tiptoeing across the frostbitten glass, praying they don't crack, watching the day turn to night. I know she writes a lot of poems about dreaming and dreams. Nightmare is nightmare, silent in the shadow of terrifying daydream. I wonder why she repeats the line twice there and then twice at the bottom. Maybe
it's like
just puts emphasis on it. But Daydream's Nightmare, that's a catchy title.
Well, I feel it's like nightmares should be like
overflowing with eggshells. Like she's just fucking walking on eggshells. She's tired of being quiet. She's tired of being demure. She's tired of being like she's going to crack, like she's pristine. She's going to break, She's sick of it. She wants to get out of this nightmare, of being like, being breakable. Like she's over it. That's what I see. But don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if she's going to have a night feed, with the new baby. She might pop up here on the board eventually. She'll let you know, too. Sometimes you get her perfectly, so like that was exactly it. She's a really strong woman. Sometimes underneath that strength there is a very delicate, it's a woman. The women are, they got to be so many things and be so strong and so many different, wear so many masks and play so many parts. And I don't mean like necessarily play a part, but just in the idea that like almost like Shakespeare's, life is a stage, so there is the person we are, and then there's various degrees of that person that are almost like a mask that you wear for different people. It's just a natural thing. I used to think when I was quite a young man that I wasn't like that I was completely always 100% myself. And if you had any like falsity to you, I was like, I'm not going to mess with you. I don't fuck with you. I'm 100% myself, and I put it all out there on Front Street. But then I realized it's like that's there's a lot of audacity. There was like arrogance in that, a youthful arrogance. You know how you are when you're young.
Real, they're the biggest liars. You know?
So often people aren't real with themselves. It's almost more real to yourself to acknowledge. I do wear masks and don't give 100% of myself to everybody all the time, because not everything's for everybody, right? And we're all kind of chameleons to degrees. So it's not a bad thing to be malleable or pliable and bend to what you're around.
To give them,
and Rac would probably have a good point here. He said things to me about like people bring out different aspects in each other too.
Yeah.
So,
well, not only that, people are afraid to let their walls down because everybody's been so fucking hurt and so guarded and jaded that everybody's terrified to let somebody in these days.
And that happens too, right? And so that brings up a good idea. By the way, we have a caller in the studio, so I'm going to put them on the line, unmuted. Number one.
Boyfriend. No.
Yeah.
You're perfect because you wanted Rac's opinion. There you go.
I know. I was just saying I wanted your opinion on the idea, but now it's like I'm losing what your thoughts would have been that I've heard before. Man. So we're talking about like how. Well, Boo, just repeat what you were just talking about. Like we're talking about like people wear masks and it should be okay because.
Cohen talked about walking on eggshells, and I said people are afraid to let down the walls. They're afraid to let anybody in because we're all so jaded and hurt and fucking burnt that a lot of people are afraid to open up. Period, because we've been there time and time again. It just repeats itself.
Well, I mean, I think it kind of relates to the other thing that Adam was talking about the masks and putting yourself out there and really being who you are. You could still wear that mask and still be who you are because that's a part of who you are. So it's a complicated thought. And the other thing that you were mentioning, and I have said it a lot, people bring out different things in each other. What you are to Adam isn't the same as what you are to me, isn't the same as what you are to Razz, isn't the same as what you are to Rob. So, it changes, situationally. People might not think Adam's funny because they don't get his sense of humor. People might not think that, they might not like his guitar work. It's crazy. So, and the whole walking on eggshells thing is, yeah, that's circumstantial as well. I mean, it's a survival instinct, I think, sometimes.
I walk on eggshells my whole life,
so. It's one way to avoid confrontation, It's like, but when the other person intends to have that confrontation, it doesn't matter what you say. You could ask something as simple as what's on TV, and that turns into a fight.
What do you mean what's on TV? You can't talk to me?
I'll tell you, this is a true story, and I should have known better. I was, preparing before I got married. We were talking about our honeymoon, and the in-laws had a timeshare in Hawaii. I'm like, so we're going to go to Hawaii for our and she's like, no, we're only getting a week, and we're only going to take a week, so I don't want to go to Hawaii for just a week. It doesn't make sense. We're going to go to Cancun. So I'm like, well, you know what? It doesn't matter where we go. You're not going to see the other side of the door. And she turned that into a fight. She was like, oh, no, I'm not going away just to stay inside. And I'm like, relax. How long have you known me? It was a fucking joke. Jesus Christ. It was a joke.
I like that idea, though. There's some kind of romanticism in the idea of, like, we're in paradise, yet just being with each other is enough.
That's my idea of vacation. I want to see on my vacation.
It doesn't matter where we end up. You're not getting out of the room. You're not going to see the other side of the door,
You're newlywed, too? Like, come on.
It doesn't matter where we go. How does it say? Don't matter where we go. Don't matter what we. There's a fucking print.
You see on your vacation, the ceiling, baby, the ceiling. That's all I need.
Take me.
Oh my God! All I need is the ceiling. Damn.
My back, looking at the ceiling. There you go. That's vacation. Well, maybe a little drink with a little umbrella in it. That's all.
You're awesome. That's awesome. All I need is a view of the ceiling. and forget the crashing waves. I want to hear the spring of the mattress. All right, but
my sister told me that she goes, dude, it's not a good evening unless I have bite marks, scratches, bruises, a UTI, and I'm limping.
And room service.
$48 pancakes.
Wow, there you go. I thought they ordered silver dollars. Yeah, there's 48 of them there. Count them.
The most amazing and delicious pancakes. Oh, my God, you could have eaten them for 3 meals. So delicious. I didn't know the stuff they had on the side. It was like a buffet of joy.
all about the maple
What?
syrup.
No bacon?
They had nuts and all kinds of like spreads and shit. God. Anywho, I guess we should move on.
Well, now I want breakfast. I'm gonna fucking cook some breakfast maybe.
Speaking of
yeah.
crockett
So
dog.
like without when you weren't here, so I was like, I don't know if I should read through, the missed pieces of leftovers and stuff, because I was like, I don't know if people would be kind of just we should. Okay,
well, it's now or never.
I wasn't. Yeah, I never know.
Can't be too far behind. So anyway, more people are going to come.
Let's go to last Sunday here.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I really don't know where to begin. So they'd be the ones that like are under, Razz posted that. Those would be the oldest ones, right? Like not that somebody posted themselves.
Yeah, like
right?
I think. Yeah, you can just pick whatever. They're all, preferably, well, yeah, anybody's good.
I'm going to read a Rob poem. I'm going to read the Rob one.
Okay.
I wish I could outdo. Well, he's South. Yeah, he's saying a British accent. I can't do that. I don't know how to. But this is an awesome, almost a vignette style by Rob. Music reading in silence. I'm just going to post it on the board real quick. And here we go. Music reading in silence by Rob Cohen. Music. She left the electric city, parking on the dusty side road, past the valley of vineyards in her metallic silver sedan, waiting for an herbal journeyman, reading a Hare Krishna pamphlet, found on a beach bar bathroom floor, chuckles drowned out. And what is that word? Oh my God, Rob. Senegalese jazz as her desolate stare in the rearview mirror softened for a second. Reading. Sitting cross-legged on a bed, cigarette-stained fingers with chipped nail polish tips picked and scratched, blending blood with the cork-tinted nicotine stains, snapping dead ends from the auburn bush of wild, oily hair, tossing those frizzy bits to the floor from snapping strands, to the pages of her treasured books, wondering when a spark will ignite, birthing a fresh idea. Through the bedsheet makeshift curtain, flashing car lights turned to sunlight, waking a choir of chirping robins and the fury of a lawnmower. Undeterred by the moist gleam of dew, filling the air with roaring petrol fumes, yet her spirit flew, launching from her novel's covers. Silence. Lying on her back, staring at the ceiling, lo-fi trip-hop drowned out the disjointed breathing, masking the chemically induced dysrhythmia with a soft cracking, discordant buzz. Eyelids grew heavier until collapsing closed and floating into the air, dancing in the silence with a dress of happiness. End piece. I butchered that. That's what you're talking about, Boo. Remember we were talking about, like, if you try too hard to be... I was trying to out-sexy Rob, and I just fell flat as an idiot. I just, like... Especially when you stumble, you're not even sure what a couple words, like how to pronounce a couple words. That's even the worst. Senegalese jazz. Is that like Senegal? Like...
Yes, the Senegalese is, that's from Senegal.
Okay, Senegalese. Oh, my God. So this is a great piece. I love the motion of it and, like, the ruminating thoughts of another person, imagining, where they are, what they're doing. I almost feel like, we've heard this a few times on this show, at different points or whatever. Interestingly enough, in silence, it's like, well, actually, in all of them, it's kind of like the last thought of the vignette is where he gets to the title of it. So it's like, and then where we come to in silence, the third part, you know, it's almost like that's what it's like where he is or where this other person is. So it's like you have a narrator, you're in their thoughts about another person, and then at the end is where you get to actually where the narrator is in their reality, just laying in a bed listening to this trip hop, as he put it, and like just finally drift. Now the thoughts have been spent, and you just finally drift off to sleep thinking about this other person that he's kind of like was thinking about at the beginning during music. It's a great piece, great language here, and great unique lines throughout. I really enjoyed. I loved his imagery. And I love this observations. It's very interesting observations. It's a great piece, Rob. And Boo.
Yeah.
Rac. Okay,
this
Boo.
Is like, basically this chick is all her, like, fucked up. I mean, she's waiting for the herbal journey, and she's waiting, and she's on the bed.
I wonder what that's talking about.
Like, she just seems totally fucked up. But for a minute, she's soft. I don't know who's in the back seat. And then it goes to the bed, like a cigarette stain picked and scratched. Like, she's, like, really manic, like, nervous and kind of trippy. She's got dead ends. She seems kind of skanky, frizzy hair, chipped nails. Like she's kind of like, it seems like
she's got
she's
flavor.
Like,
that's because she's been at it for a while and she hasn't showered.
Yeah, she's kind of gamey, maybe an addiction and a makeshift curtain. Like she's trying to make a, she's like at the, I don't know, I just see like rock bottom sort of, and she's been up all night because now the lawnmower's going, and then the pet fumes, yet her spirit flew, launching her, so she's high, but she's just wants to get the fuck out of it, but she can't. And then there's my favorite, laying on her back, staring at the ceiling, and enjoying her breathing, like chemically induced dysrhythmia. That's pretty cool. So she's high, she's on drugs, she's fucked up, she's trying to escape, but she can't. And dancing in silence with a dress of happiness. With a dress of happiness is a unique description, but she's high and she's content and she's the best she's going to get, and she knows it, and her life sucks, so this is as good as it gets, and she's just going to go with it. That's what I see. Beautifully written.
No, you're right. Yeah, I like your explanation of it, what you're pulling from it. Absolutely. I don't know where I was coming from. Rac, your thoughts on it?
See, disheveled manic mess.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a creative journey almost, locked into what she was doing, so focused, nothing else was there, she's trying to get someplace, and she let herself go, and she didn't eat, her hair is all disheveled or whatever, smoking the cigarettes and whatnot, and she's focused on the trip, on the journey, and apparently she was tripping. It was really very, very, very visceral. Very visceral.
She's trying to escape life, but she knows it's as good as it gets. That's what. Good impression there, Rac. You cool.
All right.
Or the red hair.
Let's go with this from A Song About Rain by Jag325. The next one up. Let me post it on the board. It had to be a funny font of cursive. I gotta get closer to the laptop so I can read this. I guess I'll read it.
It's you or you, Adam.
Yeah, there's not really another option. A Song About Rain by Jag325. Waiting near the bank's ATM, sitting inside my tricked-up car, watching drops tumbling down, washing old dirt from black tar. Sounds from the beating drops reminds me of military drums or thumps in a pounding heart. I realized you were the one. For now, gray skies, decorate my world, watching sunlight disappear, and damp eyes rule long hours of days that hold on for years. Slowly, I leave my parking spot, forgotten is the reason I came, you see. Each day without you is a song that's written about rain. And then he has a author note, sometimes the internal rain falls harder and lasts longer than any outside rain will. That's a profound thought. I like that. I really like that thought in there. All right. Rac, what did you think of this song about rain? Seems like you had a picture prompt too.
I continually relate in tears. No, that's all right. So that's a perfect metaphor. And to describe it as rain, I almost take it literally because the tears fall. And there's almost no keeping that inside when you're in that state. At least for me. So I can totally relate to not being with someone and that feeling of just crying and not being able to get over that longing. It's really encompassing, and you captured that thought. You went to the ATM and the outside kind of corresponded with how you were feeling and kind of took you away for a minute. I thought it was great.
Thank you, Rac. Boo, what did you think of? Did you get a chance to read it?
I just wanted to say one thing. I'm so happy that Rob's last front page pick is for me. Just want to throw that out there. So let's see. That was a short one. A song about rain. Oh, this from Jeg. I could tell this, but he always centers his poems in the middle. Yes, sorry, I was doing something. I have to read it. Military drums or thumps of a pounding heart. I realized you were the one. Then he says, for now. Guys that decorate my world for now, so she's not sticking around. Yeah, I rule hours. Slowly I leave my parking spot, forgotten the reason I came. Oh, you see, each day without you. Oh, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just going through the motions. He misses her so much. Like one day runs into the next, like fucking Groundhog's Day, because he can't function without the chick. Yeah, because it says it right there. Reason I came each day without you is a song that's ever written about the rain. Yeah, that's a cool description. I like the way the poem looks too. I like the way it looks on the page. What did you say? Sometimes the internal rain falls harder and lasts longer than any outside rain will. Oh, ain't that the truth? I'm the frequent flyer of the storms. But, yeah, that's very romantic and good and heartbreaking. Shit, we all been there, right? Or what about when you break up with someone and then you think you see them somewhere and you're like, oh, shit. Or you might be like, oh, I hope I run into.
You had to bring that sort of idea up. Oh, man, that's where you're haunted by the person. And that's
start freaking out.
Kind of, this poem is bringing that to life in a way too. That same idea, he's writing about being haunted. Like you're doing these normal day things in your life, and it's bringing up memories that haunt a person.
You.
What's that?
You ever see that quote? It says, "In a sea of people, I still search for you."
Yeah, I've done that like a fool. I feel like I do that still.
You're like, oh my God, oh shit, oh my God, what am I going to say? And then you're like, oh shit. Yeah, it's almost like your mind plays tricks on you. You want it so bad to be that person. That's a shitty place to be. I don't like that place at all.
No, I don't like to be in that place. Like, could I just see her over there? Like, you're like looking, maybe like 100 feet away or something, in a crowd of people.
Gotta go.
You're going like, at a mall.
Yeah, it's like when my daughter sees somebody she knows out, she loses her shit. I don't know why this is. Oh my God, I know him. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Holy shit! I'm like, what is the big deal? Can't you just say hello? Is it because you're with your mom? What's the fucking deal? She's like, oh my God, I know him. Oh my God. I'm like, you're making a bigger ass of yourself, making a production like this. You should just say hello, good evening, something like that.
Mom, stop holding my hand.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hey, can I read one?
Yeah. You know what? I was like mentioning that at the top of the show. I was like, I wish Boo had a page so I'd go read some of her writing while I was by myself in the studio for 15 minutes.
It'll be a year in April. Like, it went pretty quick, I guess.
Yeah, it did, surprisingly. I'm like, dang.
10 months already, but, you know, never getting another dollar off me any day. No fucking way. So I guess we could read somebody else because I got to wait for my phone to start, and then I could go after that if you want.
All right. Hey,
I can read one for you.
Should I pull something up?
One of Racky's. Which one you want to do, Rack?
All my recent ones don't have recording, so they would have to get read. But
okay, let's do a recording then.
Okay. Well, hold on. Francine's in the studio.
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hi, Fran.
There she is.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I missed your voice.
Hey, guys. How's it going? I just got a text from Razz saying you guys are making up a show.
Where is Razz? It's over here.
Well, somebody wrote it.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Razz Boo.
Well, if I'm ever acting weird or frisky around you, don't think that it's Razz. Yes. I
heard what you were saying about your daughter. That was funny.
Yeah, it's just she loses her shit. I just don't get it. I don't at all. Her friends do the same thing. Oh my God! It doesn't even matter if it's a boy or a girl. They don't care. They're like, they can't be seen in public. I just like, what the hell? I don't get it, man. It's funny. Right.
They're not allowed to go out with their parents after a certain age, I guess. You know, it's like taboo.
Oh, God forbid. Yeah, but when they want money, they're like, hey.
Oh, yeah, then they're your best pal.
She told me, like, in third grade, she's like, Mommy, I love you, but you don't need to hold my hand anymore. I'm a big girl. And I'm like, oh, well, excuse me. And then, like, 2 minutes later, she's like, hey, come here. I'm like, you can't do both. You got to decide which one is which. But it's funny. So which one are you going to... Oh, how about this? I bet you Adam would agree.
Would you want one of your new ones read, or would you want one of your recordings?
Well, can I pick one of my favorites? Although I'd have to look for it. Let me see. I think Adam would agree with me on this.
Don't you do the...
Unmute. Sorry. Got to get to the studio.
I forgot the name of it, but Adam did a beautiful one today. I read it.
Oh, you read one I posted today? I think I only posted one.
Yeah. One.
Look for It Starts With a Kiss.
It was beautiful.
It starts with a kiss?
It starts with a kiss.
Okay.
It was a kiss.
In the studio, Rack?
Could be.
Okay. It starts with a kiss. So how are you, Francine? What's new? What's going on?
I'm good. Everything is cool. Nothing new. I fell out of the bed the other night.
What'd you say?
Nice.
I fell out of my bed the other night. I was dreaming and I wound up on the floor.
We had so many poems. We're like, we better just get through them. Plus, we actually enjoy hanging out together.
I have a king-size bed, so figure that one out.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that crazy or what?
Must have been a good dream.
Were you just looking at the ceiling?
I didn't know how I got on the floor. I just opened my eyes and I'm sitting on the floor.
Sure, Francine. So I got one that says
I wasn't drinking either.
Damn you. I got one that says Rack Kiss.
That's probably it.
That's probably it. Okay. Can you get his poem, Adam? For Rack?
Yes.
Called Kiss something? Kissy Poo. Starts with a kiss, right?
Kissy Poo.
Kissy Poo. Kissy Poo. All right. Okay, ready? Here we go. By Raconteur.
It Starts With a Kiss by Raconteur. Whatever honey drips from my lips would taste infinitely sweeter if pressed into a kiss. So kiss me with abandon and hear the song my heartstrings play, that I might hold you tight and let the beat take our breath away. Eventually I will wake as the sun catches your angelic face and pull you tight into a possessive embrace. Look at you through eyes unwaveringly adoring, kiss you deeply and bid you good morning. Spend the day at your side, immersed in laughter, fulfilling our dreams, enjoying our happily ever after, until the sun fades into the night once again, and I might fall asleep with you still safe in my arms, wrapped tight in a blanket woven from our passion, snuggled deeply in each other's charms. End poem.
Oh, beautiful.
Pouring that honey.
Very romantic.
I was going to say, Adam, real quick. Well, I guess I could do it. I wanted to do something like do another one of Rax, just for, and then we could comment after. If you don't mind, I just want to, I like this one. I just want to play it, if I could find it. I think I might have spelled it wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, this one I love, one of my favorites, and it's not just because of what it's about, but I just like this one. Okay.
Better not be going to the Hurt Locker.
No, I'm not. The Hurt Locker, that's where all the skeletons live.
That's
The Legend of Boo by Raconteur.
I love the song.
She's connected to her words, bleeding emotions onto the page. Compliment her insights. She'll tell you she's no sage. She's a mother and a fighter, never afraid to get in your face. When haters be hatin', she never fails to put them in their place. She's comfortable being dysfunctional, never one to be slut-shamed. Yet even when she's innocent, she still manages to get blamed. Despite all the controversy surrounding her, at the end of the day, she's only human. Persistent lies and innuendo guarantee a path to ruin. Even though drama sticks to her like glue, she keeps coming back for more. Content to do what she wants to do, she'll always spread her wings and soar. Legends aren't created, they're special from the moment they're born. Regardless of if she's loved or hated, she's proven she has the strength to weather any storm.
Oh, and no wonder she
and
wants
peace.
to play that one.
I love that one.
That's great.
Now that was honey directly for your ear. Right? That's a great. I love I love that poem of his, The Legend of Boo. It's awesome, and it seems like I love like the idea that it's an enduring topic. Like it's still relevant. You know, it's always relevant. It's so you. I mean, my favorite line in that whole thing is comfortable and the dysfunctional or whatever. There's something of that degree.
Yeah, I love the picture. I want to get that.
Because you're so you, and you're unabashedly you. You know, you don't. You know, and that's what also draws the unwanted light. You know, that shines on you, but you have a great light that shines from within, and that's what he's saying here. And you're just going to keep on going. You're going to keep on. You know, and it's that tenacity, man. It's awesome. And then start with a kid. I just all the word. You know, when they take the idea of like everything you can say with words and put that into the passion of a physical act. That's a great concept and idea, you know. I love that, Rac.
That was the whole thing, Rac. I love the part where you say that she's connected to her words, feeding emotions onto the page. That's such a beautiful spot for the poem, being such a great poet. But especially I like, despite all of the controversy surrounding her, at the end of the day, she's only human. Persistent lies and innuendo guarantee a path to ruin. I can't stand that. I mean, when people do that to you, so
I thought I left that behind in high school.
A lot. Yeah, really. But it seems to follow you wherever you go, let me tell you. It doesn't go away. Really great. Legends aren't created. They're special from the moment they're born. That's you, Boo. You're a legend. It's a beautiful poem.
Thank you. I love that poem. It's cute. Don't you like the picture? It looks like a tattoo.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Sure does. Get that tattoo.
I like both the
poems. He knows how well he knows me, because he got all the little, quirky stuff, because most people that know, they don't get the little, innuendos and stuff like that. So, I like that she's comfortable in her dysfunction. That's funny. She's no sage. It's just really cute, and the way you read it is special, too, because, you're my pal. So thanks, Rac, again. And it's fucked up they took off your front page pic. Yeah, he had a front page pic on that one, and then all of a sudden he didn't.
He did? Oh, wow. They took it off?
Yeah. It happened the same time that they banned her from...
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
You shouldn't penalize people who wrote...
I didn't know they could do that. They could actually, revoke your front page pic. I can take that.
Why not? I want to say they must have thought it was a collaboration, but, it could have just been Kevin going, oh, no, she's not getting the front page.
No.
I have no clue. Whatever.
How many years ago was that?
Well, I'm only around 2, so it's either last year or the year before.
Wow. That's so crazy. I didn't know you guys then. Must have been something.
To know me.
I like that song. Don't make fun.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'll check.
I got a jukebox in my brain. I'm sorry.
That's good.
That is so true.
I can't have a normal conversation. I'm hearing music all the time.
That's great.
But sometimes it's just one stupid word. It's not great. It's not great. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I'm telling you.
Right.
Sometimes it's torture.
Yeah, for sure. It drives me up the wall. Sometimes I can't have a normal conversation with someone. You'll say something, and my mind will hit a speed bump, and I'll be like, "Wait a minute, that sounds like the lyrics to the song," and then I'll get the lyrics wrong, and it's not got nothing to do with the song, but that's what's stuck in my brain.
I don't think I'd mind that.
No, trust me, it drives me insane. It really. I could be listening to someone read a poem, and they'll say a line from a song that has absolutely nothing to do with what they wrote, and I'll be like, there's a song with that title. Anyway.
Yeah, it's cool though, in its own way.
Yeah, I'm thinking Francine, do you have a piece you would like to share?
Sure. I wrote one along.
Awesome.
I wrote it today. A short one.
Let's first. Sorry, I got to do something.
That's
you want to do something?
She's got to do something, so she's going to be absent.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's short anyway. I'm not crazy about the title. I might change it, but right now it's called Newly Married. When two hearts beat as one, the closeness of love has begun. Only two can make each whole. No one of them can live alone. She needs him to bring a smile. He needs her to ease his pain. They share love gently and softly, or passionately again and again. When his arms surround her, she feels safe, secure, and warm. When she soothes his shoulders, he feels like she's healing balm. Their kisses melt their heart. Their bodies meld as one. They are in love totally. Their nuptials have begun. End poem.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
I don't know if I like Newly Married as the title, though.
And you're not going to see the other side of the door.
Newlyweds an easy way to say it.
Newlyweds. Right.
Yeah. I mean,
I like this.
There was a famous song. There was a famous song.
There we go.
That people don't. No. It's more about what you're talking about, because people don't know that it was written about getting married. It was. I'm trying to remember what the heck it is now, because that's the trivia behind it, and it's a gorgeous song, but we've only just begun. She was writing that about being married.
Oh.
And people don't realize that. But I don't remember how that came out. But that's what it's about. Starting life together.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thought about starting a life together. I mean, obviously it's said in a different way, but that's where my mind goes when you're talking about newlyweds and trading smiles and easing pain and things like that. When you're a part of each other's lives, it's like like a new beginning, like she's talking about in that song, and it's gorgeous. It really is.
I love that song. I know the one you're talking about. I actually wrote this for a contest. Write a short poem, 100 words or less, about love. So I just threw it together, but I'm okay with the poem, but the title was a little party.
I love this. I love the ideas in it. And even though it's speaking of like a fresh, newlywed couple, it almost has an experience to it though. Like they knew each other for a long time before getting married. Like they could have been lifelong friends before getting married or something of that nature. There's a lot of there's a familiarity and experience in this poem that a maturity, I guess I would want to say, that like it really makes it complete. Like you feel like they're going to be together forever. There's just, I don't know. I like this poem. It comforts me. I love it.
Thank
you. I
you.
love love. I'm a sucker for it, so I like that.
Yeah, me too. I had to try something. I said, all right, I could do something in 100 words. So this was 91 words. So I got it in there.
You got in there. Like,
you crammed it in there.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I just read it. Newly married.
I said you crammed it in there. Sometimes isn't it funny? Sometimes you look at a poem and you go, shit, this is way over, and it's like way under, and then you think it's so short. And it's oh, there's Linda.
Yeah, I don't get when people don't follow the guidelines sometimes.
I hate when they say no pedestrian rhyme, no end line rhyme. Fuck you.
Yeah, what is all that? I don't even know what that means.
Stupid. No cat in the hat.
Show don't tell don't show.
No end line rhyme. I hate when they say. I really hate no pedestrian rhyme. That pisses me off. If you don't like rhyme, then, I mean.
Is that rhyming about walking? What are pedestrian rhymes?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm so bad when it comes to poetry.
It means like basically like everything sounds the same. It sounds like childish, like say, way, like it's just like immature and kind of infantile,
Well, right. Well, some people aren't a fan of rhyme, and some people aren't a fan of it. So
some people are just
don't participate in that contest, Boo. Yeah, I know you're just a rhyming freak though. So it's like you get in your feelings about that idea, the whole concept that someone couldn't like rhyme. Like what? Because you're so akin to it.
Better to rhyme than do, my opinion.
Okay. No.
Don't do that.
I'm going to read a piece. How about that?
Okay, good.
No, wait.
Why don't you read the one you put up
Boo,
today?
Did you hear Francine? Francine wants to hear that one.
I like that one.
We Dance?
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? Yeah, that's the only one I wrote today. We Dance. All right. I wrote it for... I wrote this
beautiful.
for another group's show that got pushed, Team of Voices Sweet Pea show that got pushed back. I don't think she would mind I read it here first, but yeah, Power of Two. That's been rescheduled for 2 weeks out, I think. Since Francine is requesting this, I will, Lady's Choice,
ready.
I will definitely.
Had a problem with
Boo's ready now? Out of the darkness, she comes like, I'm ready now.
Sorry.
All right, Boo. Incorrigible Boo. Come on.
Boo, put it up on the thing so I can read it.
I'm going to put up on the board. This is, you'll see, I guess. This is like a challenge for another room, and I think the prompt is like gravitational pull. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine you doing well with that.
What? Oh, my God, it has my email at the bottom. That's funny. Get rid of that. Okay.
There you go. You're going to get the creepos now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, she has like a phone number and that. Come on, fellas.
Yeah, I have my directions. No, you know what's funny? On maps, we get the most hits we get is on maps because people know that I live in Huntington Beach. For some reason, they want to know where they think the studio is like right by my house. So stupid. But it is close.
Okay, you
but
put it up. Good.
The weirdos coming over. I thought my phone just died. I'm having all kinds of problems. Yeah, by the way, she's still complaining. My God, she hasn't taken a breath. Okay, anyway, so it goes like this. Mutual gravitational pull, eclipse pupils, wide like the moon, corrupted mind. Close my thighs to keep from speaking. In the darkness, will you know me? Reach out and feel me. I am here for you. I can't bother my time with a creature that left me stricken. I want you still, even after the vicious pain that you put me through. There's something in your eyes that I need for myself. The night is my relief. Take me as I am. Trust for me. Feel for me. Down on your knees for me. Claim my name again. I want to hear it dripping from that perfect mouth of yours. The wonders I'll perform on you. I want to hear you whining. I want to taste your disease poisoning my lips. I want to see deliberate submission, having you under me, having you for myself, to have my way with you, to want you this bad. Staring into those hollow eyes, you'll be crawling towards me again, begging on the cold floor, begging for me. These who torch the flesh are forgotten. Those who touch the spirit become immortal. A masterpiece lying below me, stain me with your sin. The sensual song needs no lyrics. I heard everything in your breath against my neck. Tonight, insisting on a duo. Mouth on your neck, come weak for me. Hands on your throat, I feel you. You are my obsession. Release yourself because you belong to me. Lust tastes sweeter from this angle. End poem.
Wow.
That was a challenge, though. Yeah, that's all right. That's why I wanted to get your opinion.
That's something. Well, I think it's very lustful and very, I love it. Like,
I heard every breath on my skin I would have put.
Claim my name again. I want to hear it dripping from that perfect mouth of yours. Oh, I love it. I'll perform on you. I want to hear you whining. Oh, this is beautiful.
Okay.
Over there, there's a social room, so everybody tries out, but I didn't want to go skanky, so.
No, this is really cool. I love it.
Thank you.
Plus tastes sweeter from this angle.
I want to hear you whining. I want to hear you whining while we're 69.
Angle are we talking now?
Right.
Very cool.
Very sensual.
Face down.
I love I like it too. I like this idea here. Where the heck is it? It's about trying to find. There it is. Those who touch the flesh are forgotten. Those who touch the spirit become immortal.
I like that too.
I just like that. I like that concept. The idea to reach deeper than the physical, where your connection. It's like, but it's kind of like dances between two ideas throughout, like pure like animal lust, but then also like the higher idea of like the spiritual, lustful connection. Like that the sex was so good it was otherworldly, but also like it's just there's like an idea that it's like primal too and very just earthly. So it's like these two ideas are almost with kind of both in this piece. Very cool.
Yeah, I like those two lines very much.
Thank you.
I want you.
What'd you say, Rex?
I said 3 words. I want you.
That's pretty much what she's saying, yeah.
Yeah, don't close your eyes to keep or thighs to keep them from speaking. That's a wild line right there. Close my thighs to keep them from speaking. Let the sex do all the talking, huh? I don't know. That's an interesting line right there. Well, now you went like very sensual. I don't know if I can read this somewhat romantic one. Jeez. Now I feel like I want to do a lusty one.
Romantic.
Now I want to do a lusty one. Let me go dig up a.
You want to do a lusty one?
Let me go dig up some of my. Let me go dig up some of my pornography.
Get in position.
Let me dig up some of my pornography.
Yeah, get some porn. Porn.
Let me get some of my porn words. No, I'll read the We Dance since
A turn for the worse. I'm kidding.
No, I'm going to do this one.
Katrina in the Waves?
Okay, I already had posted on the board, so it's on there.
It is? Hold on, let me find it.
I'll post it again. Why not?
It's supposed to be, let's see it. Or I could refresh. I refresh every 5 seconds.
I'm trying to find the chat. I lost the chat somehow. Boy. All right, there we go.
We dance.
We dance. We venture betwixt and twine, the twilight of night's gentle kiss today, woven in interlocked embrace, chest to chest, hearts throb and thrum, our fingers stumble to know yours in my pocket and mine in your hair. Our eyes duel, peering deep, what's beneath my ocean blue storms, and what would I find in your earth and warm browns? We wax and wane in this play as the moon's phase eclipsed by passion's rush and patience witness. The endless sea and infinite below, heaven spins on the surface as we daydream into tomorrow's sleep, foretelling in the echo back footfalls of destiny, walk on into falls, rushing in waves of reverb, bending reason of meaning into abstract paintings and sounds of music. The spine tingles as lips split, fit and pressed kiss, pressing reality into the visceral, rippling in ripe anxiety, exciting with a touch of flush, panicked heat enticing, the electric buzz and dull heat, the sink of a stomach taken flight by butterflies in the fire of light. Pale flesh glows as the harvest moon, and I married the night within you, the pearl orb of comfort, my sanctuary, setting the jewel of tomorrow's promise upon your head. We dance as it all comes back again. And peace.
Beautiful. I liked it when I read it earlier. It's beautiful.
That's super romantic, for real. Is this an old one?
Really gorgeous. You just
wrote it. You just wrote it
today. Yeah.
Oh my. Really? Okay, I would have thought it was a little bit older. Okay, first off, because I got this one is. This is really romantic. Just the beginning, but entwine, the twilight of night's gentle, interlocked embrace, and then I like the description there. Where's the colors that you're describing? I saw your colors. Oh,
the ocean blue storms and the warm brown.
Ocean blue streams and what I find in your earth and warm browns. Like we wax and wane in this play. Like you want it, you don't. I don't. You teasing you, you know. Like come get it. No, stop. Come get it. No, stop. And the patience rush. The passions rush. The patience witness. The endless sea. It's like, you know, the game that keeps flowing. The vibes that keep flowing, and it's heavenly. It's on the surface, but nobody really wants to talk about it. It sort of like seems to me it's kind of like the elephant in the room. Maybe. I mean, I know you're supposed to be dancing, but maybe you're not supposed to want each other this bad, but you do. And then bending reason to meanings into abstract paintings. That's beautiful. I'm going to nominate this one. And the lips that fit in a pressed kiss, like ripe with anxiety. The whole thing is exciting with a touch. It's exciting. It's panicked. It's manic. It's rushed. Gorgeous. Lust, it's electric, you know, and the sink of the stomach, there's the butterflies taking over, like helicopter-sized butterflies. This is the beginning of, like, the relationship, you know, the honeymoon stage where you can't get enough, and you're just like, oh, my God, you see their name on the phone, and your heart flips and everything, and then they're dancing, which is, like, super sensual. You're close, and you want each other, and you're, like, you know, trying to, like, control yourself. Yeah, this is, like, you know, sort of, whatever they call it when you, like, build each other up, and then you're just like, fuck, you just can't stop, and you're just like, go home and shit this clothes. That's good shit. Yeah, this is good, Adam. I'm going to nominate this one. Like it. What did you think, Rac?
Austin Murray didn't teach that dance, I'll tell you that.
It's sexual fashion.
You know, there's a crude way that some people put it, the horizontal mambo, but, you know, the metaphor that it's a dance definitely is portrayed in this, but in a much more elegant way than like dragging it down to my level. So, you know, you did a fantastic job with the sensuality of it, Adam. You know, I could sit here and poke fun at it all night, but at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't do it justice. You did a lovely job, and you know,
see why I wanted him to read it.
Yeah, can you see Adam slow dancing?
Can I see Adam slow dancing? I don't know.
Just wondering. What about you, Francine? Can you see Adam slow dancing?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Just the chest, throb and thrum. Our fingers stumble to know you.
If he's not tall, he's like shorter than you, you know?
Yeah.
His head goes right
I see
in the
Adam
pillow.
doing the dry grinding, you know, rubbing up against each other, even in clothes, with clothes on. Oh, by the way, that's called a frottage.
What's a frottage?
The dry grind, what?
Frottage is when you're, like, grinding each other with your clothes on. Dry fucking, I guess you could say. But the word is frottage. Look it up.
I never heard it.
Really? I feel like I need to use that word now, frottage. Is it French? French.
Like, it sounds like something you give your girlfriend for, when you go to the dance at, in high school.
Corsage, right?
Frottage. I gave her a pie.
May I interest you in a frottage? What'd you think, Fran?
I loved it. I read it earlier today when he just put it on and it blinked on my screen because I'm following him. So I read it and I said, "Oh my God, this is gorgeous!" And I made him read it tonight. Huh?
Did you pin it to your page? Do you know how to pin your favorite poems to your page?
No.
Oh, I'll show
you. I don't know how to do anything with computers. I'm terrible. I don't know how to frottage.
See Adam's phone, so you see that.
I might know how to frottage, but I don't know how to list my page.
Thing there, and then you just add it to your list to the front page or whatever, and it'll be up there. So you can, pimp your favorite poets. Only 2 at a time, so you might have to rotate.
Well, the stupid site, the way that he wrote it, it doesn't say pin to front page. They call it something completely different.
Yeah, I think you have to put in the recommended. Like, let's see. Oh, it says pin to profile. Pin to profile, and then it just goes in recommended. Yeah, automatically.
Pin to profile.
And then you'll be up there. And before I forget, let me.
Try that. This is really good.
Will I be Francine's first pin? Ooh.
Yes, you will be my first pin because I don't know how to pin.
Listen, I'm going to show you. Go to Adam's poem, right?
Top to Terry with your pin.
See where it says his name, right? And then underneath it says how many views. You see it says plus list?
It says following. I'm following him, yes. So
Okay,
what do I have to do?
Hit plus list, and then you hit pin to profile. I'm going to pin it on Razz, so.
I don't know. I'm not doing it right.
Pin it on Razz.
That
should be a title. I like that. Pin it on Razz.
I was going to say, where did this come from?
Right.
You see it, Fran? I really want to help you, so you get it. No rush.
No, I didn't do it yet.
Also, like you click on the poem, like the poem itself, and go to where the page is isolated on, a page or whatever. Like you click on the poem link, and then
you
there
to the right.
To the right,
So
it'll say like.
Add to list.
You see plus list under 30
yeah,
views.
it says plus list. Yeah. Depends how you're looking at it on the phone or like a laptop app or website.
So if you click on the link, what happens?
Okay, so you go to the poem, you click on the link, and then you go to the poem itself. So it should be one page with just one poem on it. The poem, right?
Oh, okay.
Like isolated.
So you tell her to open up the poem.
Add this page to favorites. Oh, I could do that.
That's it.
You see the one in the profile?
She found it. She said, add this page to favorites. Like that's it.
Is that it? And then I put done.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
I don't know. Maybe I did it.
Your profile and see if it's on your page on the top.
Let me see.
Well, you look at her profile and tell her if it's on there. That's easy.
It is my profile. I got it. No,
it's up there?
not.
Oh.
Okay.
She put her hands in her pocket.
Crazy.
She put her hands in her pocket.
Let me see, Francine. Who you got over here? Oops. That's stupid.
Francine needs a secretary over here to do the stuff.
Yeah, if you want to give me your login shit, I'll do it for you. But, it's up to you. I'm just going to see if I see it on your page. Maybe that's the wrong Francine. There's another Francine there. Okay, underneath. Oh, no, you didn't do it because you got Together Forever and then an invitation. So, you could go to the groups page and then put open message windows and then go down to the group. I'll help you I don't want to pressure you to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send you the link and then I'm going to, then you can just click on it and then you can go down to the list. So that way you'll have it. And then you can save it for later if you don't want to do it now.
Okay. I'll do it later.
And then I'll show you later. It'll be easier. So I'll just send it to you. And then you can just click on it. You'll get it. It's right by where all the medals are at. All the medals are listed in the front page pick. Then you'll see the list. That's right there.
Okay.
And then you just click the add list, and then that's it. So I send you the poem. Okay. So moving on. Are we going to hear? Oh wait, did we get everybody? Wait, did you comment? Rac?
Yeah, Rac commented.
Everybody did? Okay. Good. I already nominated Adam. Hope you get up there. So.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think Fran's going to read.
If I have a vote, I'll vote it.
Yeah, we're ready for you, Fran.
I could vote for front page pick.
Adam, I hope you're sending her flowers for Valentine's Day, Adam.
I know. Yeah. I owe you a dance, I guess. A frage or something, whatever the hell that was.
Give her Valentine's.
What's that word again? What's that word again? Who?
Frottage.
Frottage?
Frottage. Yeah, like corsage.
Down with frottage? Fran, you down with frottage?
Kind of frottage. Yeah, I know how to frottage.
Yeah, you do you'd be grinding like, oh no, I can't get it, but yet.
It's a fancy French wine. I'm going to walk into the liquor store and say, can I have a frottage?
Have a frottage. Please, straight up. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Once you get to the grinding, it's pretty hard to stop, in my opinion, but that's a whole other subject. Anyway, Fran, you ready?
Oh, I read mine already.
Oh, shit, I'm sure. Sorry. Okay, who's next, Adam?
We'll go to some leftovers or ones that didn't get read. Trying to stay away from people that posted themselves, so they can say we can save those for next.
All right. Like have to get them all. We get them all.
The deep repeats. We'll go with Dr. Zeke.
Dr. Zeke?
Dr. Zik. Z-I-K, so it could be Zik, but it could be pronounced Zeke. I don't necessarily know. It's When You Smile. I just posted answers. When You Smile, My Lord, by Dr. Zik.
When You Smile. You posted it?
When I see you... Yeah. When I see you smiling, full moon witnesses. Okay.
Got it.
It's a brevity. It's very. It must have been for a contest or something. Anyways, when I see you smiling, full moon witnesses, tears transform into dews, new sun starts rising, fragrance in the flowers, your presence reveals, sweetness in the fruit, softness in the heart, bird chirps, joyful song, when you smile, my Lord, and peace.
I have to read it.
Yeah, so there's I like this. It has a, he's seen, speaking of his creator, through seeing the witness, his creator looking back at him through, miracles of nature. Yeah, so that's a wonderful sentiment. I like that idea. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I do too. It's like, he's saying that he sees it in the full moon. He sees when there's dew instead of tears, and sunrise, of course. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty, to the point.
Softness in the heart. Yeah, it's pretty. It's beautiful.
When I see you smiling, full moon witnesses, tears transform into dews. You stop crying, he stops the tears. New sun starts rising. Now he's positive. He smells flowers sweeter. He sees the fruit is sweeter. His heart has softened. He's softened. The birds are chirping. You almost want to just see rainbows and fucking, unicorns coming next.
Waterfalls and
that's kind of. And then he said, "I love my Lord's smile and I transformation."
Right.
So
it's
good.
It reminds me of what evangelicals might call the ecstasy of the Lord or whatever. That joy that just it comes and then you just feel the presence of God in everything, and there's no. It's almost like a nonstop joy. Everything is reminding you of God, and you're seeing beauty all around you. And
it's kind of like when you're in love, the birds sweeter, the chirps, everything smells better, everything looks better, everything tastes better because you're
those
high.
Backstreet Boys songs make sense. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Only when you're in love. Right.
Only when you're stoned.
If you're in love, everything's more. Smells better, looks better, everything's better, right?
Everything pops, everything, and even the way you feel feels better. You even feel everything more. It feels better. And it's not even just the senses; it's even that other sense.
The eyes are higher.
You're emotional.
The sun is brighter.
Look over and you look at the person laying there, whatever, and you're like, "Damn, I'm so lucky." That's good shit right there.
Oh, now that makes me want to write a poem about that. Right.
Well,
I want to write a poem about that.
What?
Kiss of the Raconteur.
Yeah. I should.
Is that your next poem, Rac?
That's a bad kung fu movie. I mean. he's got some beautiful language in there, and the sentiment is gorgeous. And when you see someone smile, so you'd like to think that you're the one that brought that smile about. So that there's a sense of gratification to it that you want to take credit for it, and
right.
It's a lovely sentiment.
I'm just messing around.
Where was that from? Was that from Zach's Jukebox?
No.
Oh my God, it's the Backstreet Boys. Okay, everybody sing the chorus. You know it. Don't tell me who you are. No one knows it but me. Where you're from.
No.
As long as you love me. Okay, that's enough.
See, my head went in a completely different direction because the first line, "When I see you smile," that's a different song.
It's
I really like the other song called Everybody. I love that one. It's kind of funky. Say Backstreet. Oh, here we go, Adam.
Don't do it. Oh.
No, this isn't the way me. That was the real one. Good one. I love this song. Let's all sing it. Let's not to love about it. Okay, it's a new version for you. You guys all know it. Okay, get it, Adam. Going back to Cali. Cali. I'm going back. I don't think so. I'll correct you.
I did her in the alley. In the
sun. The top is down on the red Corvette. This song corrects me. He's looking at the... Okay. Let's move on. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to make... I think you should make your own... I never knew that was like a song all of its own anyway. Did you... So you just sang his lyrics, or did you make your own lyrics for your version?
No, I just sang his lyrics, and it's karaoke machine.
Oh, see, you should use that beat, but you need to make your own lyrics. But keep the chorus, like going back to Cali, just because you sound adorable saying that. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So I don't got to go back nowhere because I'm already here.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, who's next?
Next, well...
Next.
Oh my
I'm
God,
thinking maybe Rose Winter or Irish Rose.
We can read both
roses.
One for Francine, one for me.
Yeah. I think either one.
All right, so we're going to put Irish Rose on the board first.
You go first, Francine, since I already read.
Oh, all right. Wait, I got to find it.
Give her a chance
I lost the word.
It's Irish Rose. You got to do Irish Rose. There's nobody more Irish on the board than you.
Then who, me?
No, Boo.
Oh, okay.
Boo. I'm not Irish.
Winter Rose.
Irish one. Lucky Charms. Come on,
I am the Irish biatch.
I'm trying to find it. Wait a minute.
Okay, so
you do it then, Boo.
And you can read Winter Rose.
Okay. I don't even see it. Oh, I see it. Okay.
That's a cool picture. Raw Wind from Irish Rose, the lovely lady.
Okay, go right ahead.
Raw wind pulsates rhythmically. A rushed screen door squeak creaking back and forth slowly, back and forth grinding as the wind tugs at death. Okay, sorry. Sandal-like dust slowly rains down. Glass filament streams softly floating between the ashes of eternity. In reverent motion, Engraving the memory, moving, spinning, images full of people, flashing colors, burned, pictures, days, scenes, histories, vanished, now ash, falling on haunting gray shadows, burned in concrete, identifying shapes left behind, permanently signed. It looks like it's going to end and it keeps going. Blown across the sun's bleeding face, survivors desperately summing up lost thoughts covering the long red sandstone walls. Unrecognizable, life transformed, vaporized, melted into hideous rock, sagging ghosts of civilization left, barely standing, jagged shadows all sinking across the land, light flashes, raining, ash light from the sky, absorbed into deep holes, craters and fractured fissures, burned deeply into the earth. Rock scream for relief from man. Winter fallout shifts. What did I say? I don't know the word. I know how to say it. I just can't. What's the word? Statically, sorry. Across the random dawn, mingling, breathing, rolling, and then morphing, crossing rigid canyon lands, transformed. And poem. And it says the great impulse is fed. The new for spiritual wisdom is handed to many. Most life silent, deeply hidden. Is that the poem or is that the note afterwards?
It's still part of the poem. That's part 7.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh,
you know what? I'm having a hard time reading it because of the background. I don't know. Anyway, I just fucked that up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start over because I just screwed up her poem. I thought that was a note. So I'm gonna copy it and make the font bigger because the font's screwing me up, but I don't want to mess up her poem. It looks like it's over, and then it keeps going. Okay, so I don't know what the picture is of, but I'm sure it says it in the bottom. I just want to do her justice, so sorry. Okay, so
the notes at the bottom are huge. It's like this is a whole thing. Like wait till you, I mean, you'll see.
I'm gonna read it.
Like it's a whole. It's like
Because I really screwed that up. And then I thought it was over, and then it keeps going. I like the format of that, though. I'm going to make it really big. Okay. Plus, my eyes are super tired because I've been up all night with these idiots. Okay. Let's start over. Sorry, Rose, if you're listening. Raw wind pulsates rhythmically. A rusted screen door squeak creaking back and forth, slowly back and forth, grinding as the wind tugs at death. Sand like dust slowly rains down. Glass filament streams softly floating between the ashes of eternity in reverent motion. Engraving the memory, moving, spinning, images full of people, flashing colors, burned pictures, days, scenes, and histories. Vanished, now ash. Falling on haunted gray shadows, burned to concrete, identifying shapes left behind, permanently signed. Blown across the sun's bleeding face, survivors desperately summon up lost thoughts, covering the long red sandstone walls. Unrecognizable, life transformed, vaporized, melted into hideous rock. Sagging ghosts of civilization, left barely standing. Jagged shadows fall sinking across the land. Light flashes, raining ash life from the sky. Absorbed in deep holes, craters, and fractured fissures, burned deeply into the earth. Rocks scream for relief from man. Winter fallout shifts strategically across the random dawn, mingling, breathing, rolling, and moving, crossing rigid canyon lands, transformed. The great impulse is freed. A new, I never know that word.
Epoch.
I don't know that.
Epic.
Epoch. Is that what it is? Is it for spiritual wisdom?
Epoch.
Man to man, most life deeply hitting. EPOCH. Recorded stories were told, then secreted into digital graves protected by AI, satellites, and computers, then cryptically filed away. Civilization now nothing but barren plains, and the anarchy watched patiently. Fine dust falls slowly, curling, hanging in the sky. Creation floating up to the Creator with a stench of death. Ashes scatter, floating on the way down, tumbling gently into the new epoch, like so many dead leaves now lost. Spiritual darkness engulfs the earth. Jesus. End poem. That's morbid. I think it's supposed to be, obviously. Yeah. so fucking depressed after reading that, and I'm pretty sure that's the point. So that's what she accomplished there. She said it's fiction, spiritual being. Can you read the fine print, Adam?
Yeah. Okay. Note a poem of fiction with facts supporting, and then she puts a note of the Anunnaki, spiritual beings in Sumerian mythology believed to possibly be referred to as the Watchers. From biblical prophecy in Genesis, the Anunnaki were charged to care for men, watch out for them, and teach them things about life and God, but they failed. The Bible recorded them intermarrying with humans, creating giants. The image is bas-relief sculpture of the Anunnaki of Sumerian mythology. This poem is about an atomic bomb and an EMP or an EMP impulse that is possible. This is a bit of my imagination, fictional, spiritual, and factual. However, she writes, the war in Ukraine has given me a certain urgency to write this, a deeper concern for us all. All my life, from time to time, I've had thoughts on this subject. Must have been from my duck and cover childhood days in grade school. I never thought it would get out of the imagination phase. I hope it stays there always as only imagination. The current situation has given me great pause these last few months to consider this dire measure that is being presented. And then we were supposed to place this music in the background while you read, but we didn't really know that was part of like it was, at the end. But I'm sure she would forgive us for not playing. It was Morehouse College singing something. I don't know what. As a choir, they were singing something. She wanted that played in the background while the poem was read, but we didn't do that, unfortunately. So sorry, Irish Rose. But this is a wild piece, that stems from her, a deep-seated fear of the atomic age that we live in, a real thing we've seen, luckily on civilization that we know of. If we take the whole history of the human existence, who knows? But what we do know is it's only been dropped a couple times on real civilization, in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and those bombs were those are the earliest. They're very mild compared to what we have now. So this is a realistic idea. We have literally one bomb that could just ruin the planet forever. That would be lights out Earth for human existence. So it's weird that it's wild that we would create something like that. That one single stroke of a mistake could end life as we know it. It's wild to think we'd do that to ourselves. So we're the only creature, right? The only life form that would, that fights against itself. This is a great piece that brings up a lot of thoughts. It brings up a lot of thoughts on what does it mean to be human, the existence of our place, our purpose with the Creator. There's, ideas of mythology, fiction, and religion in this. And there's existential stuff, and it's just, it's a great story that she tells that it, actually has the bomb drop, and what would it be like? Because it starts out with that raw wind, that wind from the explosion, that pushes, destroys in its wake. And great piece, Rose. Great thoughts. I get what you're saying. The climate of the weather, the world right now, with it conjures. People don't think this fear does, bubble up in people when there's war going on. Because you never know who's at the helm of some of these countries. What would they do? And even in our own country, sometimes you get these wild card, presidents. You have no idea. Are they a button pusher? Are they gonna? And the nuclear arms race was meant to be a deterrent. Their argument is it's a deterrent. If they have all these bombs and we have all these bombs, nobody's going to use the bombs. You know what I mean? That's the idea behind nuclear proliferation, is that if we have powerful bombs and they have powerful bombs, as long as reminds me of the whole Dr. Seuss idea of, what I'm talking about, the story with the two cities, and then they keep one-upping each other with the arms race. Eventually they do destroy each other, and it's just a full-hearted idea. I'm a staunch believer in denuclearization. I really believe in getting rid of military altogether. I think we can figure this out without the need to be but that's, I don't want to get all left on everybody, you're damn hippie, but I think it's a way. We don't need nuclear weapons. We should, they once like the Cold War kind of settled, but then I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into political views. Right? We should kind of stay out of that a little bit. So let me just shut up because I'm babbling on. Sorry. Great piece,
You
Rose.
babble so well. And you managed to babble about the poem, too, which was incredible. Oh, man. You might say that, she kind of blew me away with the piece. I love the direction she took it, and that she took note of, one of the factual things is that wind. You don't realize, you see the mushroom cloud and the explosion and everything, but if you're close enough, that fallout includes the radiation and the heat, and there is that gust that's a part of it, or at least from what I've been documented. I haven't been in a nuclear explosion, but so I've researched, or somewhat researched anyway. If the internet is to be believed, so now we could go in a different direction of fantasy. I like this. I like that you put this together, and that you even tied in a bit of religion to the folklore too. This was just a brilliant piece, Rose. I really enjoyed it very much.
Francine or Boo, either one of you want to speak on this?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I didn't understand it at first, but after hearing you guys talk about it, it makes a lot more sense to me, and I'm understanding it as I'm rereading it. But I like the verse number 5. I like the wording in it. Blown across the sun's bleeding face. Survivors desperately summon up lost thoughts, covering the long red sandstone walls. Unrecognizable, life transformed. I like that.
Sorry, Adam, I need a minute.
That was really beautiful. But, I liked it a lot. Nicely done.
I think, right, it's so dark and bleak, but it's beautifully done. That it's almost like a lament, for the fact that we will end ourselves, in our spiritual darkness. That's like everything, just the absence of God. They say, right? Yeah, it's because then it's like it continues the. Well, what do I think? Like the nuclear winter. Like if like the whole world burns and is destroyed in nuclear fire, it will continue to like rain ash and stuff for a long time. Like you'll catch up into the upper atmosphere and just push and push. Like there's, that happens when like huge volcanoes go off. The ash clouds and stuff like go thousands of miles. Imagine like a nuclear war. Like a nuclear war goes off. Like everybody's firing bombs, just blowing up everything. I mean, geez. I'm like maybe somewhat of an optimist, though, when it comes to these concepts. I don't believe any of it will ever happen. I feel like there's a universal, I don't know, maybe it is a full-hearted idea for me to think of, but I feel like this planet will just keep spinning and spinning, and things will just keep going on, and none of this tragedy that is capable, like it is possible and like likely, it could be likely, like very likely to happen. I don't think it ever will. I don't think a nuclear bomb will ever be dropped again or detonated above the, they're always tested below the surface of the Earth, just for testing purposes. But I don't think we'll ever experience in our lifetimes, even like the young people out there that are, whatever, I don't think it will happen. I don't think ever again, which sounds wild, but, not even like a dirty, like now I do think maybe a dirty bomb by like some radical idiots, that would like, and a dirty bomb is like a lesser, where they, it's just a bomb that has like nuclear properties, but it's not like an atomic bomb. It's not like to that level. They get it off the black market and scrap it apart, and I think dirty bombs, yes. I think some, radical group, any kind, like not necessarily, any specific one, would be more likely to. There's so many. When the Soviet Union fell, so many nukes they had just flew into the black market. So they're out there floating around for the right price. But I really don't. I feel like the universe protects. I think the Earth holds a special place, and maybe that's even foolish to think. But I don't necessarily believe in God, but I believe like in a balance in the universe, and it's not going to go one extreme or the other. I never believe there's not going to be like a. And that's just my own opinion on it. I don't know. I don't feel it in my bones. I know that it's possible though. And watch, maybe a nuclear bomb will drop tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh shit, what, But I hope not. I don't know. Maybe some of it might come from the trauma of growing. Like she says, she grew up in the time when it was like, there was hide under your desk, like that's going to protect you from a nuclear bomb dropping. When there was that real fear that nuclear war was inevitable, but that was like 70, almost 70 years ago. Like, oh, nukes could drop any day. They were pushing that fear into people, and like it never happened.
Yes,
even in the Cold War, they pushed that fear that they're going to drop nukes any day. In the 80s, it never happened.
They used to have bomb drills in school where you would hide under your desk.
Right, and then like hide under your desk.
Like what was that going to do?
Nothing. Not even hiding in a bomb shelter would say. Like that's and then people were building bomb shelters.
It was the silliest thing. They used to put a bomb thing like a siren on, and everybody hid under their desk. Like really?
Did you ever have to do that, Rac? Did you do that?
Yeah.
You have to do that.
You better hope. You better hope no foreign military leaders download this podcast, Adam. They're going to drop a bomb just to make a liar out of you.
I'm telling
Atom
you,
bomb.
It's crazy.
There you go.
I know. Atom bomb. Come bomb with Adam.
I prefer cherry bomb.
Yeah, me too. I love her attitude. All right, so I think Boo said she had to. No, she's still in the studio. So, but I did hear her say something about having to go, kind of. So she might be busy with her work right now. But yeah, Francine. Yeah, I know. I did post this. I did. If you could read.
Oh, you did? All right, I have to get it.
Seagull's Winged Messengers by Rose Winter. It's immediately after, so you just probably have to refresh and you'll see it.
Oh, let me just grab it. Hold on a second.
No relation.
I know.
Yeah.
Rose Winter, I got it. Seagull's Winged Messengers. That's the name of it.
Sorry, I'm still trying to fix this bitch's fucking light. Sorry.
We're trying to have a poetry reading here, but stop interrupting.
I apologize.
This is a short one.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm being very serious. I have to read Rose very seriously. Seagull's Winged Messengers. Reverie of waves, blowing cobwebs out of azure blue. Skylight serene, joyful child paddles in blissful innocence. No war affects her, just God's perfect peace. End poem.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty.
Adam, are you speechless?
It has a beautiful...
After all that talk about war, here we go. No war affects her.
Right. That it captures that innocence because like what it's talking about almost is like that line that no war affects her, just put in there in the middle of this recognition of the beauty around, the joyful child paddles in blissful innocence, no war affects her. So it's acknowledging that there is war around, right? Like, but
right.
I get that idea that saying there is war, but this person, this child, or whatever is, maybe she even means like child of God. Even I could be, I don't know necessarily, but it brings up the idea that this person is safe wherever they are in the world to not be affected by war directly, and that it's it's good. You want to know a child's at peace. And then it makes you think of the opposite, the children that are in the midst of war, that are in war-torn countries or places, and how tragic that really is. And how, man, this war stuff, now that I'm thinking about children going through it is really bringing me down, man. Like, just blow me up with a nuke and make it quick. Make it quick. Just end me with a nuke. I'd rather that than think. Somehow this makes me sadder than the last piece, because it's like and even though the child's not, this is not even talking about a child in war, right? This child's happy where they are in this beautiful scenery, and now I'm thinking of a child that's in war or war torn, going through that hell, and it's like, it rips me apart now. Weird how but the last one kind of laid the groundwork for that. Weird that I put these side by side, like one after another, and they kind of have it almost echoes back, but differently. Weird. So strange. Rac, what did you think of this piece?
I like the philosophical thoughts behind it. It's pretty deep and layered. The way I would take No War Affects Her is almost like, she's above it, but I a little in metaphor more than contextual and whatnot. So I don't know. It's contemplative. I'd have to chew on it a little more. I'm not exactly 100% certain.
Right. Because there's even like reverie that could even, but blowing the cobwebs out of azure blue. I almost feel like this could be the rapture happening. I don't know. Now I'm going way too much into the ideas underneath this.
Are there author's notes?
Friend.
I like
there's
it, and I don't think it has to do with the rapture. I think that she's just talking about a child that's in a peaceful community, and meaning no war affects her. She doesn't see it. She doesn't hear about it. She doesn't understand it, and it doesn't affect her. It's just not in her innocence. It's not in her purview. So she's sort of she's free and easy and a little girl and playing and maybe I'm being very literal, but
no, I think that's right. I think they were right, Francine. I feel that was my original feel from it. Like, even though I went to thinking of children that are in war, that's what I got from this too. I did. I'm just trying to go deeper and see if I could just making something of nothing. Probably,
We're going deeper and thinking of the children in war, taking us back to Irish Rose's piece. It kind of goes together. So it is funny that you did put them next to each other. It was kind of funny.
And in the list, they're like separated by like 15 pieces. So it's like, wow, they weren't one after. I heard Boo for a second. I didn't know if she wanted to comment or she was back.
I heard her.
But
she said something about
I know,
work.
for a second.
She popped on to
but
say
then she like... Oh.
She's working?
I couldn't make out what she said because it was just like 30 seconds ago. She just had popped in like briefly.
You need a girlfriend to make. Next.
You're right.
Okay. Which is the next one?
Piece. Dun, 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 dun. How about we'll get a little wild comedy from left field here. I think I'm going to go with Lawrence, 67. But man, we really need Razz here to read Lawrence's work, don't we? I mean, I feel like we knew.
Yeah.
Huh? Razz does it the best.
Yeah.
So, this is a
WWF World Wrestling Felines.
Felines.
That is
I'm going to give it my best.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
This is going to be cute.
Let's see here. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? I am Vince McCatman, and by my side doing the expert commentary is the one and only Tony the Tiger. How you doing, Tony? I'm great. Wait, I should do like Tony Stark. I'm great. Well, thank you for the expert commentary, Tony. Tonight we have a very special primetime match for the Intercontinental Championship, currently held by the notorious one, El Paco, the Pack Rat. And he'll be defending his belt against the Masked Invader, the Pack Rat Hater, the one and only Alfie, the Alphanator. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? The combatants are in the center of the ring getting instructions from the referee. Okay, protect yourselves at all times. There will be no poking in the eyes like this. Poke, poke. Aye, 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 aye. No kicking in the jewels like this. Kick, kick. Ouch. Okay, now shake paws and come out fighting. Ring the bell. Ding, ding. The Pack Rat comes out strong with his patented look, your shoes are untied move, which catches the Alphanator completely off guard, and he's going to tie his shoes. He realizes that he's a cat and doesn't wear shoes. And it's too late. The Pack Rat is on Alfie like flies on shit, and he puts the Alphanator in a deadly rat-a-tat-tat headlock. What do you think about that move, Tony? It's great. Well, thank you for that stupidness comment as the round comes to a conclusion. Round 2 will be coming up right after this commercial message. Hello, everybody. I'm Jubo de la Chingo Jr. III, and we sponsor the WWF World Wrestling Felines Championships. And we invite all of our listeners to come to our petting zoo and butcher shop, where our motto is, if you can pet your piglet and eat your riblet. Now back to the main event. Ding, ding. The bell rings for the second round in this fabulous, incredible, stupendous, marvelous, what do you think, Tony? It's great. Well, thanks a lot for that idiotic comment. You're gay, Vince. Oh, and the Alphanator has got the rat on his back and is attempting his patented catapult out of the ring shot, and Paco goes flying out the ring. Yay! And the referee picks up the count at 7, 8, 9, 10, and the rat has been counted out. Unbelievable. The rat has been counted out. And we have a new Intercontinental Champion, Alfie the Alphanator, Pack Rat Hater, Catch You Later, Darth Vader, Escalator. Enough already. Sheesh. Yay, yay, USA, USA. And that's the edition of World Wrestling Felines. And that will conclude the day's program. Please stand by for the national anthem and be mesmerized by the test pattern. Good night, everybody. Wowee. That's the end of the piece. And there's this note. You got to be old as dirt to remember the flag, national anthem, and test pattern to end your TV watching experiences. Smartphones, internet, remote control. What's that we had? Rotary phones, 3 channels, rabbit ears. Man, do I miss the good old days. All right. Rack, what did you think?
Definitely original.
That was great.
And thank you for that racontorious comment. No, yeah.
Wow. I thought you read it very well, by the way.
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, man. Alfie continues to amuse. Thank you, Lawrence.
Right. Right.
And for the record, I must be old to start.
I have to agree with Dennis.
You're only as old as you feel.
Very funny story imitating the UFC and the WWF announcers. Different for sure. Outstanding creativity. I think this thing is really original. My goodness. Who would think to write something like this? It's great.
Well, he's had these ongoing stories with these cat characters, like his cats. He has cats, right? Rack, you know him deeper than I do, longer at least, on here. He got a couple cats he writes about, and he always makes them in
it could be
weird.
Fiction. I have no clue if he's got the cats or if he's friends with the cats or if the cats talk to him.
Right.
I appreciate the artistry, Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a common theme in his poems of comedy and cats. And these cats are always getting in hijinks. Yeah, they're always doing yeah. So it's a kind of they'll pop up a lot in his work. All right. Moving on. Great comedic, funny. That was all right. So now we're going to Owen's Ezekiel in Dark and Shades.
Oh, I know Owen's Ezekiel. Let me see. Owen's Ezekiel.
Would you want to read it, Francine? I've been reading.
Sure. As soon as I find it, I got to find my page back again.
I like the picture. That looks like Boo's do. Boo does her hair like that, sort of.
You got a hair blowing?
I was like, so there's a picture rack of like a very gothic chick with a low, but like her hair is up in a big like tied up nest. You know, like I don't want to call it a beehive or something like that, but it's like it's all tied up. She's wearing these like Ozzy Osbourne black circle glasses in the picture with a collar. She got like a choker collar on, wearing all black, like it's like a leather pants with chains. But yeah, the hairstyle reminds me of Boo's.
What an outfit. In Dark and Shades. Do you want me to read it?
Yes,
okay,
please.
Here we go. In Dark and Shades. A code of color is dark, dressing and shades, the chisel of bitterness, bleeding across like the pinching punch, pinches parchment and holds, as she is trapped down in deep dark holes, and draping darkness and shades, the body of pink clay covers. She can't live or die upon the black broken blanket. Agonies wrap her within and without, but only to die neath the dripping death that choke her in a cottage. I said that right? Cottage? Yeah.
Yeah.
In dark and shades, the threads of agony fallen on her as chaos ebbed heartbeats, bleeding brim and stains, a whisper of suicide engulfed, with echoes of death on this black silence of midnight. She said, let me rip off this breath, as the aperture is so dim, dark with no ray of twilight. Still in dark and shades, the patches of crumb fingertips swollen of blackness chain, rings round and tattoos on her box, and now from my doorstep, I spread my hands, and the gimp flies for winter when hammer of spring shatters and hammering. End poem? Yes, end
That's a great
poem.
read, Francine.
Thank you.
It looks like he had a couple prompts here. Inspired from a work and art of a contest that I'm not going to go to. But he has like a line here from Thomas W. Case, hope flies to south for the winter.
Fly to south for the winter. I don't see it.
It went south.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
it went south.
Maybe that's the prompt.
Oh, Boo had dropped and now she's back. You're on air again, Boo.
Well, thanks. I dropped the phone. Batteries came flying out. I thought it was broken, but it wasn't.
Put it on hold again.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to break the phone.
Muted.
Who this? Did you say?
Muted. Francine's commenting. You're muted.
Sorry.
Who's muted?
So we're just so you know, we're our 2 hours, so we could.
Yeah, we can stop now. We did enough. We did a lot, so we're
in after hours, so we'll give Ezekiel his comments and then wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah, I think this was very nice, right? Darkness throughout, gathering that it was about a woman who lived in darkness. Maybe she was either, I don't know exactly, but it seemed to me like almost vampire-ish. Because it says something like bleeding brim and stains, the whisper of suicide and ghosts. But echoes of death on
it doesn't sound good, whatever is going on.
Sounds a little bit to me like vampires or or death, something with death, and I don't know exactly.
Who doesn't love getting bitten? You know. I think for us, we're going to read another one us for because we can. We're allowed. But this is something different for Ezekiel because he doesn't really write like that much darkness. He's like one of those. He's very bright, chipper all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
smiling. So this is for a contest, right? You said.
Yeah, picture prompt. I guess that's the prompt.
The picture sounded like Elvira the way you were describing it, Adam.
Yeah.
That's just Adam's.
A little kind of like a modern version,
Elvira,
maybe.
and a little like Morticia, whatever.
Adam.
The Adams family.
Like, yeah.
Looks like your kind of chick right there, for real, Adam. No shit. Yeah.
I'm not biased, but
cute.
Yeah,
it's to me. He looks like
it reminds me of like a gothic rock star chick, right?
Yeah. She looks like, she looks like she might whip you into shape. Look how many goals this has got. 3 goals. Okay. Her code of color is dark. Dressing in shades, chisels of bitterness bleeding across like a pinching punch pinches parchment. Whoa, that's some good alliteration right there. In holes that she trapped down. Yeah, she looks like don't fuck with me, totally. Yeah, the body of pink clay covers. She can live or die upon the black broken blanket. Agony's wrapped within the heroin now. Like she's fucked either way is what I see, that she just can't win even if she's her inner cottage. That's unique. Never heard somebody call it that.
And Adam, her hair to yours, Boo.
Yeah, her hair is crazy like mine, and dark and shades and agony fallen. Yeah, echoes of death. She's just fucking doomed. I mean, all the way around. She's bleeding. She's got whispers of suicide engulfed with echoes of death.
Not all that I would have expected from them.
This is dark as hell. Still, she's in shades because the plumb fingertips fall in black. This is really descriptive. Shatter and hammering. By the time you get to the end, she's like, spread my hands in grim files, winter wind hammer, spring shattering and hammering. He's like, fuck it, I'm done. She's done. It's a wrap. I mean, it doesn't get much darker. Where else is there to go? It was in hell. I mean, yeah, she's just had a rough life, a bad life, hence how she looks. That's how I look in the morning, all fucked up like that. But she looks like she's done, Next is the bitter gates of hell. So, yeah. Anyway, good poem. This is different for him, so nice job.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Ezekiel. Is that how you say it, right? I always call him Easy. Adam, what do you think? Is that your kind of woman?
Sure. I don't know.
Looks like, really...
I don't really discriminate.
You don't discriminate?
I'm a lover of women, so...
That's
a hole in a heartbeat. I'm just kidding. I know you
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Anyway, about the poem, it's dark. You really feel for this character. You feel like she's living under constant torture of life. Like she doesn't even want to be, never wanted to be. Some ways I feel like I relate to a lot of what this character in this poem is feeling.
What?
Yeah, you know what? But there's sorrow behind his words for this person. I didn't really catch too much. I guess there's a bit of attitude in it, but I don't know. I would not have got that myself personally from the picture. But I can go there with him in this, and it was interesting. There's some interesting imagery in some of his lines that I really liked, and some of it had me a little perplexed.
She looks kind of like, don't waste my fucking time. Unless you got something valuable to say, get the fuck out of my face.
Right. That's where I would have went if I wrote to this. I would have really went somewhere different than he did. But yeah, I would have been really like, I would have went a different place.
Just over it
with this. It's weird that it's like against the sky background. It's interesting, like in the picture that it's against the sky background. Kind of changes the whole feel of it. Like if it was like a All right, Boo. I know you're very.
I'm very aggressive.
Visual. You're very visual centric. Like you like to see pictures with poems and like you really get into visuals.
I like
and
visual.
things. I
like nice visuals.
Yeah, she does. The picture of her, she has no. Yeah, I feel like there's that like, don't waste my time. I think I feel a strength to it though. There's an attitude in the way she's. I like this picture. I like the picture of the character. Anyway.
It's funny, all the places you can go just by looking at one picture, like just all the interpretations we get just from that. You see one thing, I see another.
Worth 1,000 words, right?
I could just hear like walking down the street, everybody's whistling at her, and she's just like, fucking over you, just useless, lame, empty, fucking whistling scumbags.
That reminds me of walking with this goth girl. I was a teenager. And yeah, she got a lot of attention all the time like that. Just walking down the street or in a mall or wherever we'd go. Like, just like guy hollering out of cars driving. Like, jeez.
It's like ogling, and just.
Yeah, but like she wasn't even like dressed like, and not that even warrants the cat calls and things, but like, you just wouldn't expect. It's like, wow, I realize young that like how women get attention for like. Not even doing anything, just living, just walking down. Like, I'm just shopping and getting unwarranted attention.
And then there's the fuckers that feel they have the right to touch you or say something nasty,
Oh, yeah, that's a whole.
You can hear them, like, look at that. I'm like, what's that? Oh.
Right. Guys don't get that. We're lucky. Yeah, take a picture. Right. So, Boo, did you want to finish with this, or should we go until it just cuts us off, or what?
How about each one of us read one more of us four? What do you think? Because we can.
Yeah, I'm down with that, sure.
We can just pick whatever. What do you think?
Yeah,
what about this? How about we tell each other what we want the other one to read? What do you think? I don't know, I just think of something different. I'll move you in 2 days.
How would you know what to tell them to read?
And then how do we pick which one of us we tell? Like we all have to draw each other's name from a hat?
No, like how about the girl picks a guy and the guy picks a girl. Each guy gets a girl and each girl gets a guy. So, like, Rac can pick for Francine or whatever, or me, and you could pick for Francine. Like that. Like a double date. What do you think? Don't worry, fellas. I put out them. So
do you turn into a pumpkin?
So Rac, you pick for Francine, okay? And then Adam, you pick for me, and then Francine. Did I say already? Francine picks for Adam, and then what's left? Me pick for Rac. Everybody.
You pick for Rac.
Yeah, you pick for me. I pick for Rac.
It makes enough sense.
Okay. Just a topic. It doesn't have to be specific. Just like.
But don't we have to be kind of like more familiar with each other's work to like?
No, you can just say like love or lust or whatever, nature.
Oh, okay, like a generalized topic.
Yeah. Okay, so, who's picking for Francine? Let's have Francine go first.
You got something funny, Francine? Read something funny.
There you go, Rac.
Read something
you have a comical one, Francine?
I gotta go. I have no idea. Let me see what I have.
I have some
kid stuff that I wrote.
Go find something uplifting. I had to go back 19 pages. I don't have anything.
Maybe Linda inspired her to write a booger poem.
Yeah. You should have seen the Linda Reader Booker from the Clubhouse. Priceless. That poem was cute. You can't help but think that poem was adorable. But they're hard critics over there.
It was smart.
Yeah, I
know. It is so good. It's so sing-songy. You know, it's perfect rhythm. Like, and she just comes up with that. Okay, so for Adam, you pick one for me, so I can prepare.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Hold on. What happened to my screen? It got all crazy.
I want the gutter.
Are you talking cum guzzling horror gutter or?
Gutter as you got, one. Baby.
Gutters I got. Okay, let's see.
That's about as gutter as she gets.
I didn't even play the contest either. Okay, so okay, Francine picks Rac. I pick for Rac. So for Rac, I know I have to go look. I'm going to pick. I'm staying away from the Hurt Locker. I'm going to go to Rac's page and see what I want to pick. Something.
I'm looking for something funny. I don't have much funny, so it's going to take me a few minutes.
All right, it's okay. I could go first. So what kind of poem do you want Adam to read?
Something romantic. I'm into romance tonight. Okay, so we'll all take a minute to look for it. I'm still stuck on that picture with that chick. She kind of reminds me of, I got to get away from her. She kind of reminds me of Helen Bonham Carter.
Oh, boy.
Whatever her name is. Yeah. Yeah, she kind of like, she looks like a doll. I don't know. She got pretty big boobs too, don't she? Anyway, I'm leaving that page now. All right, let me see. The gutter. Wonder if I put gutter in, if anything would come up. I'm sure I have something like that. Oh, God, no, that one's really stupid. God, some of these are pathetic. I'm like, I can't even believe I put that on the
Oh, God, Adam.
All to see. I'm like, I can't believe I actually posted that to some of this shit. Jesus. No wonder people thought I was a horror. It was like, yeah, it was brand new on the, Okay, so I don't know if this is gutter, but okay. It's called Fuck Me Hard, okay? Forget all the etiquette, forget the foreplay too. Just rip the clothes right off of me. You know what you must do. None of the gentle kisses. Don't start to mess around. I want you to fuck me now. Just throw me on the ground. I will put up a struggle. You know I like to have a fight. I'll scratch you and punch you, and you know I like to bite. Put your hands up my nice new dress. Pull my panties hard. Rip off my stockings eagerly. Tonight there's no holds barred. Get my bra right off me. Suck my nipples sore. If I beg for mercy, just suck them harder, more. Force me to spread my legs. Just do it. Make it rough. I'm really in the mood tonight, and I just can't get enough. Push it inside me. Don't wet them, leave them dry. If you have to struggle, just have another try. It won't take long to get me wet. Just thinking of you makes me choose. Let's get to it here and now. Let's let the passion loose. Deep inside me, thrusting to and fro, slide up, oh my God, slide up my asshole. You know the way to go. Mm-hmm. I want to get on my knees. I want to suck and nibble on your tip. Run my tongue down your shaft, your cum. I want to sip. Jesus. Pick a hole and stick it in. Don't waste my fucking time. Don't waste my fucking time. I'm out of lube, so don't worry about the slime. Ride me hard, make me come. I want to moan and plead. Take me with all your force. I want your demon seed. Treat me like I'm paid for, like a hooker off the street. Leave me with no dignity. I'm just a lump of meat. And once you're inside, I don't want to talk. I just want to ache everywhere till I feel sore when I walk. I'm feeling horny. I have been like this all day. I'm glad you're back home now, 'cause baby, I want to play. So chuck your coat over there, Come and have your way with me. Fuck me hard in all my holes. And then it's time for tea.
What a twist.
That's from 2018. Yes, oh my God.
Time for
Wow.
Time for tea. We're going to fuck like crazy animals, and then we're going to have a spot of tea, darling.
Oh, that is too funny. I can't. Well, that's a really. That's a really.
There's a new meaning to
101.
tea and biscuits.
That's for sure. Okay, I don't have a funny one, but this is a kiddish one. It's kind of funny, so I'll read it. Valentine the Mummy. In the days of old things,
Adam, I'm dying to know. You made me pick it. Read it.
In the days of old lang syne, a mummy arose named Valentine from a tomb in a pyramid along the Nile. He wanted to play as he was but a child. He wanted so bad to make a friend, but whenever someone saw him, they ran. His mummy rap scared kids no end, except one day when all seemed planned. All the children looked different in their clothes. They were wearing masks and funny noses. There were even mummies there, witches, scarecrows, aliens, and bears. It was the best day ever for Valentine. He talked to a mummy and a hobo with wine. He put on clothes that were denim blue. Without the rags, he looked like a kid, too. They told him it was Halloween, a day for kids and funny teens to get lots of candy and special treats, all things that everyone loves to eat. So Valentine now had many friends. He wished Halloween would never end. He stayed with his friends, a great team. They all hoped he'd stay after Halloween. He was so happy, all he could do was scream, so he shouted to all, Happy Halloween. The end. End poem. That's my
Hey, Adam.
poem for the day.
Adam.
I really like yours a lot better, though.
I was curious what Adam thought of the gutter poem.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so raunchy.
That's definitely a guy poem.
I mean, them details and all that. Everything you brought up, the details in that were just visceral to the reality of Dirty Sex. I loved it. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it was great.
Yeah. Well, sometimes what?
I thought that the description was terrific. You couldn't have done it any better.
Finish the thought, Adam.
Finish the thought, Adam.
I need to give me some of that. Dang Dirty Sex.
So you started to sometimes what?
Did I? Oh, it must have just been words falling out of my mouth. I don't know.
What do you think, Rac?
I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I had something clever, and I started teasing Adam, and I completely lost the words. Yeah.
That's pretty gutter, right?
That was pretty good. Yeah.
That was total gutter.
Mission accomplished, then. Check.
You did know whole part.
Yeah. She's on a mission, you know? Like, no time for pleasantries. Let's get busy. Now, over to the Valentine memory on a whole nother spectrum. From a bomb to a tomb and a pyramid along the Nile. Oh, that picture's cute. He wanted to make... Oh, he wants friends.
I can't find something funny.
That's cute. No, that's cute. It's quirky, you know what I mean? I don't have a lot of funny...
Sweet.
Really,
Yeah.
I've only got a couple.
That works for us, too.
Right comedy good at all, but...
Yeah,
best day ever for Valentine. You got a hobo in there? You got it all. To get the candy? What kind of treats
I like the hobo with the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that hobo, too. I had to add in the wine for myself.
It's cute. This reminds me of something that should be in a child's book, you know?
Train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of it like you could be like a kid's picture book when you got the mummy Like, and he doesn't think he's gonna fit in, and then he does. It has a bit of a moral to it too, like be yourself and it'll work out. It's a great message for kids.
Yeah,
I think that could be like
the kids wearing.
Yeah, I love Halloween. Starts to get, they have that smell like something's burning. The smell. I don't know what that is, but like that.
Leaves. When people used to burn leaves. That's one of my favorite smells.
Candles inside the pumpkins.
Oh, the candle in the pumpkins. Yeah.
A candle. They put candles
when the weather changes, it's
dark
early, like in October. That has a smell like something's burning. I don't know what it is. There's a word for it, I think. It's like a change in the season. Something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just in New Jersey. I don't know. It might be something burning in New Jersey. Who knows? There's lots of little stuff burning over there. But, yeah. Okay, shutting up. So, Adam, you're next with your super romantic. We're going to do Rac last. Make us swoon, Adam. Make the knees knock.
Oh, I didn't go that. I didn't go that far.
Make the knees knock, boy.
He's not making us swoon.
Huh?
He's just giving us a little bit.
We can take it all, Adam.
Well, she said romantic, and I felt like this was like one of the
romantic.
recent. It's kind of romantic, but it's not like. I don't know. Let's see what you think here.
Not like Fuck Me Hard. Different kind of romance.
I've read this before. I think maybe once on here, or I shared it with, at least I've shared it with Rac before. It's called
Lines.
Lines.
The true video, that one. Well, I mean, I like a lot of your
It's called
poetry.
Lines.
Right.
There are these lines I hesitate to write. Labor with these roughly trowels, skimming richness from the dirt. In the stain, my palms appear thickened in that dirty mess of earth, and somehow you make more sense. It's the hems that flow and ruffle when she walks up the steps to my stoop. The glide of sweat glistening in its ride, curving in perilous dangle upon the perch of her sandy blonde, unplucked brows, in which the sunbeams reflect the music of youth. I'm caught in the droplet of that salt. It's the crow's feet catching in makeup revision, squinting against the sun, to curl in that Irish smile I certainly don't deserve to greet me. A beggar of it, stark from the tan of her neck, where a mole is beauty and her age is written like a blank page, filled with all those thoughts the poets never knew to say and so didn't. A particular scar, actually many that she wears. Some are meaty and raised, others flush to her supple flesh. Taking your time to feel with blind man's eyes is almost godlike. It's a story. One beneath her left eye always clings. It holds not only me, but the drip of pain. Just ever so briefly and sweetly, it shivers in a hush, falls like the cherry blossom petals from apple rose cheek, and I am just too late to catch it. With these dumb hands of a man, clumsy and dirty, washed in yesterday's basin. It's her hands that hold mine in soft leather and rubs oils to keep them. Delicate small hands that rinse mine in their fragility. Dainty with a keen nimbleness, she sews my marred, ugly hands of a man, patchwork of her lines. Her hands are kind and always weaving, making things, doing what caretakers do. If it started with her skirt, it certainly didn't stay in that. It ended in the lines I never did write, and these peasant thoughts I begged to write, pulled from your beautiful lines, I grudgingly despair because I can't get them right. I never could, not like you. End poem.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really a love poem for the person that you wrote it for. And the description of her, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable. Like you're just never quite good enough for her, although you try. It says, it said the beauty that she wears many scars. Poets never knew, never could quite write like that. Like, to you, she is a masterpiece. To others, she might be kind of fucked up. But, and then the way, I think you said her hands were ruffling when she walks, like the sweat on her face, so you're paying attention to the little things. the little things that matter. So you're really
preaches by her eyes.
Yeah, and the peasant thoughts, like you're just not good enough for her. And that's how you feel anyway. And you're fascinated with her, but maybe you don't want to say anything. You know, maybe you're keeping it inside because you don't feel you're good enough. But you're admiring her beauty from afar, and beautiful wording and language, and a great read. So I thought it was pretty romantic.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I did what I was supposed to then. I wasn't sure if it would feel romantic because it's kind of like a different style. I was trying something different. I don't know.
Romantic to be romantic. You know, yeah. Sometimes people try too hard with the romance. You think all the lovey-dovey and you know, it's like, ew, it's like I got a cavity. It's too sweet. You know, it's subtle duality. You know, which could leave you wanting more. Is that a new one?
Cool. It was in November.
You know, people get the wrong idea. Like, oh, you know, like, I'm sorry, but hey, let's fuck isn't really romantic, you know? And some people think that it is, but, you know, I think, don't you think so, Francine? Leaving something to the imagination is better?
No, I thought it was very romantic. I thought it showed a love for the person that he was writing for. And he describes it so beautifully and specifically. I just love the way he wrote it. The language is beautiful.
Anybody can buy like a card, you know, like just whatever they write. But somebody that takes the time to write something, you know, from the heart is always special. So, thank you, Adam. Now we're going to go to Racky Poo. And as much as I hate this poem, I love this poem. So, let me get the link. This is just one of the poems, like it sticks in your head years after you read it, time after you read it, you're just like, damn, it just sticks with me always. And I even remember the title, which is very, very rare for me. So I'm going to go with that one if I can find where I put that. Okay. I think I got it right here. Here we go.
Organ Grinder's Monkey by Raconteur. Every day I wake up alone, asking myself if breathing means that I'm blessed or cursed, craving human contact, feeling as if my chest is about ready to burst. My life has always been a performance, dancing to an organ grinder's tune, revealing myself for people's amusement, deluded I could make anyone care or, heaven forbid, swoon. Emptiness has become a way of life, isolated from the world I know, clinging desperately to what's left of my sanity, remnants of what seems a lifetime ago. The people I meet throw peanuts at my feet, and I smile, pretending everything's all right, counting the seconds until I close my eyes, not caring if I make it through another night. End poem.
That kills me, man. Yeah. And the whole throwing the peanuts at your feet is what gets me every time. It's just like you're just a piece of crap just sitting there. It's just, oh God, the whole thing, like you would even matter to anybody. It's just so heartbreaking. It's depressing as hell. But I mean, it's like just you can't help but remember it.
Beautifully written.
Mhm. You want to hug you and cry at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites of his. And you did go to the Hurt Locker, so that's not cool. But I know what you're talking about with it. The way of, yeah, I'm sure that's got to be in the Hurt Locker. That's got to be in there. It's heart crushing, soul crushing. It's like it's
a
rough,
monkey.
man. Like this. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. It's just a monkey. It's just a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes you so sad because it starts out so happy and it ends up so sad.
Yeah. And then the organ grinding itself is just,
yeah,
fucking,
it's beautifully written, really.
And then emptiness has become a way of life, isolated from the world I've known, and then the peanuts at your feet, I smile, pretending everything's all right, you just take it because you have to. It's just, it's fucking painful. Makes me makes me want to kick their ass, actually, too, while I'm at it. But yeah, you accomplished the mission, making us feel beautifully, Rac. Love that one.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. I agree. I like the way it starts out, where he's so happy and enjoying himself, and then it just becomes a routine, and then a drudgery where they're throwing the peanuts at his feet, and he doesn't care if he makes it through the night. It's so sad.
That's so sad. And he's like, just get it over with.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to do. Fucking toss the goddamn peanuts. Let's call it a day. Move along. See you tomorrow. Because at that point, you just give up. You're like, fuck it, I mean, what's the point? And shit, I've been there. Like, you don't even feel like fighting anymore.
Right. It's rough. I've liked this piece for a long time. It's so just, and that is the moment. The whole cast of the peanuts before this is all you're worth. Just these scraps. It just feels. It makes you feel used and abused. That's definitely what what you get from the idea. I think, you take that literal image of the little grinder monkeys. Normally they give them money or whatever, and then they collect the money for the whole performance, that street act. I don't even know if that's a legal street act anymore to have that monkey and do the
I don't know,
grinder monkey thing. But you imagine, but the whole idea behind that being, it could be applied to a relationship. That's where it really wrenches our hearts.
Yeah. Like she was treating him like that, and just like he wasn't worth anything. And yeah, it's just shit. And if somebody can make you feel all that, then you did your job. You know what we should do? We should do like us four. We should each do like a stanza and then put the poem together. Make a collab. But
I will do it, but not tonight. I have to say goodnight.
I know you got to get to bed. I feel you. Next time. So
I'm about to read a gutter poem. Well, you're gonna miss it, girl. Dang.
Goodbye, Adam. Thanks. You're gonna miss it, girl.
I know, you're funny.
I'm trying to hook her, trying to keep her on. It's like, well, I'm going to read a dirty poem, so I don't know if you want to go yet. You got to go. I got.
Yeah, I got to go. Even if you read a dirty poem, I got to go.
I can.
All right. You know what they say when you got to go, you got to go.
No, hey, Francine, thanks.
Good night.
Thanks for helping us get down the list.
Thanks for calling in and hanging out.
See you Sunday.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you Sunday. Take care.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Love you guys. Good night.
Love you, too. Sweet stuff. So cute. She's so cute because she just jumps right in. I love when people just jump right in. She wasn't even shy. She just fit in like perfect. She didn't even know me ever. We never met before, And she's just, I thought that was pretty cool. So, what's up, fellas? It's us again. Should we watch our show? It's only 9:30 for me. Well, we can read more poetry. You guys want to do? Hello?
I mean, you guys want to...
Well, we should watch party ones together, though, whenever next time we get a chance or whatever.
Yeah, we should watch maybe together. I mean, if Rac has he still has the energy to be up with us.
Oh, yeah, I do.
It is a lot earlier for you then. But I've been drinking caffeine and stuff, so I'm here.
I
I'm
killed
present.
myself.
I think Racky might be tired, yeah?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, I could tell. We can watch it. We'll wait for you. We won't watch the dinner one. That one is hilarious, though.
You just watched the dinner one.
First ones I've ever seen right away. I mean,
that was the first one you saw?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones that I've...
Mm-hmm.
I was at my sister's house, and she was watching it. I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh, this shit is hilarious.
That's what got you.
And then I was like, oh, that shit was funny. It's over already? She was like, yeah, but I got the season. So I watched like a couple episodes, maybe 5 or 6. Yeah. So, all right, well, you want to say your goodbyes and stuff, Adam? Nobody to thank but us.
And everyone that contributed poetry to be read. I'm sorry it took however long it took till your piece was read. But thank you for sharing your poetry with us. I was happy to read it and experience it. Thank you, Boo, Francine, and Raconteur. What is that? What's happening on this phone?
Since we have someone that speaks fluent French, and pulls the R's, Raconteur.
Raconteur. I'm just like
that became a thing.
Oh my God! I swear to God. Okay, before I say, okay, I think. Let me check something. If this idiot who is not property is over here, can you do me a favor, Dwight? Can you see who's on the porch for me?
Who's going to go off on somebody live on the...
Because I don't want to go out there. And tell him to... You don't have to say nothing. Just see if it's him, because I don't know why the fuck he's out there, but I've already called the police 3 times on the fucker. He does not get the hint, man. I don't know why the fuck he's even here. Oh my God, he's an idiot. This is my stalker, who is doing Lord knows what.
Back? Oh, good.
Yeah, he's back. Smoking. That's him? The fuck does he want? Oh my God, Sid, I'm calling the police this time. Fucking stupid fucker. This is the 3rd time I've called the police. Last time they came over, they were like, hey, so how don't you fill out a restraining order? Because that way, it took them an hour and a half to get here. And they were like, that way it gets moved up from a code 3 to a code 1. And so, especially if you say he's trying to hurt you, then we'll come much faster. I'm like, good to know. Maybe 20, 30 minutes instead of...
How do you know what his intentions are? You can't say he's trying to hurt you.
No, he broke my window, though. You know? And he was calling me a bitch and all this other shit.
You say you're afraid for your safety. That's what you say.
Safety, yeah. This is the 3rd time. No, this will be the 4th time, actually. Crazy fucker. I don't even know. I should get a gun and shoot his ass.
Hey.
Proper. Fucking
you guys want to hear a funny erotic poem?
Sure.
Funny.
I know it's coming. Remember how it's like an Alice in Wonderland thing.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put the link so that you can read it if you wanted to. I know I'm going in a complete. I'm just like totally. I don't know, because I was going in my. I have a folder of my like.
Before you do yours, let me give Boo one. Go look for one. I think there's an audio for it. It's called Impotence.
Okay. You go first, Adam. While I
that word impotent. Oh, okay. It's called Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
But not like wonder, like, yeah. So not Wanderlust, but Wanderlust. Like Wonderland. The mad depraved break of horned up hatter laced the tea with copious amounts of LSD purchased from Caterpillar for dubious evening. Wonderland is now Wanderlust. Marianne and Alice began feeling touched and a tad kinky. A game of strip poker ensued, the first casualty being Alice's panties. Eyes of Tweedledum and Tweedledee fixate on quite the sight, bare and blonde, the purr of Alice's kitty dripping, their knees knocking and groins throbbing. Too bad their little thimbles can't please. stuck to their dim-witted voyeur needs. Marianne strokes Rabbit, engorging his ears and his thumper. He's her mister, ready to serve her for a change. Kinky maid, knickers soaked in her essence, ready to get laid. Cheshire is quite pleased. He gambits a riddle to Trip and Alice. He can go where the sunshine ends, a slinky tongue ready to lap her. From mound to rear, just bend over, my dear. Hallucinogenic debauchery. Hopefully the Red Queen won't get word and crash the orgy, because then there'll be slaves off giving her head. That's the end.
Oh, shit. That's funny. Oh, shit. I'm grabbing him by the ears. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
It was a contest by Kitty the Naughty Poet, and there was a picture that she had put it. So I wrote it for her contest. I actually hadn't written for a while when I wrote this. Like I remember it was like during like a time like I hadn't written anything. Like I hadn't written anything like, you know, I never really write funny poetry, and I hadn't written anything erotic for a long time. So kind of you know, wrote it for her though, for her contest. Did you find Impetus?
No,
wait.
I'm hiding in
was that what?
for a minute. I'm hiding.
Was that what
in
it
the
was
bathroom.
called? Oh, you're hiding from the stalker?
Yes, yeah, through the window.
I hear him out there because he's on. Now my boss just called him and told him to get the fuck.
Gee, that's... Yeah, and why does the boss go out there and like...
He doesn't even give a shit. I'm like, I don't feel safe. He wouldn't care. You know, guess not until I get killed. Okay. Luckily, I don't find him remotely scary, but like I don't even know why he's here. Like, he has this weird obsession with me. He told my boss that we fucked every day on my lunch break when he worked here. I go, you gotta be shitting me. I wouldn't touch him with somebody else's dick, first off. And no, hell to no on that one. He's like, I don't believe him. Why are you getting all pissed off? I'm like, because I don't like that shit spread around. I didn't do shit. He's an idiot. The day he comes over here and he goes, oh, I have something wrong with my mouth, and there's something like, I swear to God, something like hanging down. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I'm like, go to the emergency room, asshole. Click, shut the door. Like, hello, you have insurance. Like, I don't know, it's just a dick. Anywho, one night, he came in my room with a fucking hoodie on, and the patient let him in. I'm like, don't ever fucking open the door. You're not supposed to even go near the door, number one. He comes in my room with a hoodie on, all fucking tripping out, high as hell on fucking meth, tripping, and he's like, I need your help. I need your help. I go, no, what? And he's like, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, I thought he was going to hurt me, right? So I get the baseball bat, and I'm like, if you come near me, I swear to God, I'm going to crack you in the fucking ugly face of yours. He's like, you bitch. So anyway, he wound up leaving because the patients drug him out of here. But, you know, lots of times I'm alone. That isn't kosher, you know what I mean?
Jeez, no.
You know, if I'm going to going to be getting raped, it ain't going to be by him. Okay? Impotent. How to spell it? Impotent.
Choose your rapist.
You know, some likes that fantasy. Not me, I'm not a fan, but I'm just saying. Impotent. Oh, I got it. Okay, so let me see. And if there's... I love the picture. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, I'm pretty sure we got the audio. Oh, I can play it from my computer. I forgot. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
By Raconteur. I offer you a part of me to fulfill a fantasy. By day's end, you'll smile with glee, though things may unfold in ways you didn't foresee. I'm not entirely functional, but I do come with some perks. Part of me may be afflicted, but the more talented part works. It's a shame what I have is wasted, because I've been told that I'm well hung. It may be rendered useless, but I can still satisfy with my tongue. I won't relent until you shither and cry, writhing in pleasure as the sun kisses the night sky. Hopeful of what might become of us, I labor to quench your lust. The sight of you has me crazed. Eagerly I bend to my task. As my face becomes glazed, I wear your satisfaction as a mask. Wrap your legs around my head as I drink your flowing nectar. Cocks will crow to raise the dead, dismissing this cursed specter. End poem.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious and dirty. Wait, I'm going to put on the board. Oh, I didn't say hi to Patrick. That's, first of all, glazed on your face. I just got to write hello to Pat real quick before I forget. Adam, your thoughts?
It was awesome. Well, it was funny and sexual in the ways that are. I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was well written though too. There's a way about it that is just well written. You know, but,
the picture.
It's funny, man. No, I was just that was just.
The picture is really funny.
Because you didn't have it up on the board yet, so I didn't see the picture. Because I know I was interested in what the picture was because you did mention it. Oh.
I don't.
I too am, but, that would suck, man. To be impotent.
I'm not functional, but I do come
like
with some.
Man, like I bet imagine how she feels. Like he's got a weapon, but it doesn't function. That's like that's got to be like you got that big old thing. And it's just I think nothing it can do, but at least he's got the tongue for the right other tools. So.
Hey, what about cocks will crow to raise the dead, dismissing the cursed specter? He's got the fucking joy.
That's a very poetic, like, which is funny. It stands like it's very poetic in its sense to stand opposed to like how plain he was, pretty much throughout, and then you have this very like if you took those two lines out of context, you would have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, if you just took those two lines out of context, I mean, it actually could be very well could be Edgar Allan Poe or something like. You know what I mean?
love my favorite line is because I've been told that I'm well hung. It might be rendered useless, but I can still satisfy with my tongue. There you go. Got a mitten or the other. Preferably both, but hey. Greedy bitch. That one's funny, Rac. I love the picture. I love the flow. It's funny. The whole thing's funny. And it's dirty. It's nasty.
I wear your
dirty.
satisfaction as a mask. Man, that is, you know what? And then it becomes your satisfaction. Because that's an enjoyable thing to achieve, like that. I mean, not necessarily that she squirted or anything.
Something right.
You can get that whole, like, super, if your face... sometimes I've broken out in rashes. I don't know if the pH was way off or something, but like my like my whole face, like my whole my cheekbones, like you get all up in there, like go crazy.
Moisturizer.
It's like
there's no sense dabbling in it. You either do or you don't.
Right, from cheekbones to jawline, just like a rash broke out of my face.
Of the time? I think so. Okay. So you don't dabble in it. Do it good. You'd either fucking dive in, literally, get it done, or don't even go there. This is kind of like, no half-ass in there.
Well, right. I mean, I couldn't imagine how, like, if it wasn't being effective, how monotonous that would feel. Just like, oh, my God.
Dude, only do it for like a couple minutes. It's like, what's there? I mean, I'm not even... unless he's really, just can do it quick. Once you usually open the floodgate, then you're good. But, you got to get the first one. There was someone just like, like, I was going to say like a couple licks and they're done. That sounds like it's a lollipop. But
how many licks?
It's at least a 10-minute job, at least. I mean, preferably more. I'm just saying. I'm loopy, sorry. I don't know. I forget what it's like. I totally escaped my memory.
There's Boo putting it all on Front Street.
I'm just going to go pull a bullet in my brain. See you guys later. I'm looking. Yeah. Oh, that would have been really dramatic.
Now I want to read another dirty one. I want to read another dirty one.
I'm going to read a dirty one.
Because I have the antithesis of this.
Need to plug it.
Wait, that's not the right word.
I got to run, guys.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, you're going to miss me. write about a blowjob. Dang.
Love you,
Not
Rac.
giving, getting. Not giving,
Thanks for hanging. Me and Adam are going to read for the poetry.
All right. All right, Rac. Thanks for calling in, man, hanging out.
Love ya. Now I'm looking for a really good dirty one. It's me and you, Adam. Bring it, Daddy.
I know, we haven't been kicked off yet.
But my phone's going to die.
I don't even...
How much? We could always talk on the regular phone.
Right, at this point, like, why are we still on, like, why are we still recording this? I don't know.
You got the poem.
All right, you want to...
You got it ready?
I didn't. I don't have it ready, but...
Okay,
yeah.
good. I wanted you to hear something, but I don't think my phone's going to be... I did a new song yesterday. But...
Oh,
I don't know.
So what song was it that you played?
Well, it's like a hymn, because I love hymns, like church
You and your
music,
damn hymns.
I know that doesn't go well with my personality.
Not at all.
But
makes me think of the the first episode of Californication, the nun in church that offers him a blowjob.
That's funny.
In his dream, in the opener.
Yeah, she doesn't look so good, right? At first with just the
No, she does. She definitely does look good.
And their hair is so beautiful, and and he's like, hello. But I always try to make it seem like I want to make it sound like you're in church, Okay, let me start by saying this. I'm fascinated for real with architecture, but particularly the Gothic churches and the Gothic houses. Like, have you seen this shit? It's just fucking incredible. Like, I just got stuck on this shit for like hours the other night. And
all right,
oh my God,
I know you had brought it up to me, so I was like,
oh my God,
you were looking at the a massive organs they have, and not those.
Oh my God, I would have an orgasm just sitting on
the organs. Yeah.
There, imagine the sounds of that. My God, must be in heaven. It must be like angels playing. I mean, just the sound, the reverberation, the echo, the whole thing, and then the church is like the perfect acoustic fucking primal. Spot. And then, have you seen how big they are? It's so
right,
beautiful.
They can be pretty huge, like just like the.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
if I was
vaulted,
rich,
like there's like. Right.
I would buy one for real. I
one of those massive organs. Are you cutting out? You're like cutting out on me. I can't even hear you talking. Like, if you're talking right now, I can't hear you.
No, I'm right here. I was just telling you something really quick. But if I was rich, I would get like my living room, and I would put like a whole organ thing on one side, like you would put a stereo, and it'd be really like beautifully hand painted. Like my favorite piano has a Sistine Chapel painted inside, so beautiful, 18th century, and $400,000. But like fucking conversation piece that would be. And you have a whole friggin' church.
Right.
I love churches. I love crosses. I love the way church smells. I love all that shit. And I'm such a sinner. No, I'm kidding. But, anywho, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a boner from church. I should calm down.
I know. What's up with that? Good Catholic girl. You ought to get a boner from church.
Just now. This is not the great recording. Oh, this recording sucks.
What happened?
It's the sound sucks. Wah! The sound is terrible. Oh, bummer. Okay, call me on the regular phone.
All right.
My phone's about to cook. I'm gonna turn it up on my other phone. Bye.
Well, why don't you just call me on whatever works for you? All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, Boo.